the ladder. Normally a position that's heavily watched. And here Attack forcing forward through the smoke, completely denying this yard take from NAVI. They were kind of left with no options. So at this moment, Astralis are dictating the pace of the tone of this game. Back down to the pistols are NAVI. Lost bonus starting to build now. I've got to, catch up as what's going on here, because this has been such a strange start to this game. 5-2, opening pick now for Device onto Simple. Lots of damage being done to Flamey and Perfecto in the meantime.
And even just looking at the tempo overall of this game, double nades, Mage just under pressure, hold on. So he's been picked up, no one else that close by, so I guess Ivy's a bit of a problem. Device now has to turn attention towards this. It was the first time I feel we'd seen Astralis leading the pace. Even on Nuke, it was a bit of a weird back and forth between the two. And obviously Dust 2 is all NAVIs. So first time it looks like they're at least controlling for now. Could still be changed. We've seen what these Deagles can do without anything beside them, let alone armor. 3 now posted towards Ivy.
So they've actually given the Deagle over to Boomich, I believe. Electronic onto that Tech 9 now. Similar to Bogdan's Law with the AWP, I suppose. Another flash towards Ivy, just postured up, waiting. Na'Vi, absolutely no rush right now, but if they can get past and they leak Device's rips here, oh my god, don't worry about leaking, just take him out of the equation.
Is this going to be another one of these? Because now Glaive's on an island, he's isolated, down, dead. Dupree called upon to try and save this, but the bomb's going to be planted. Yes, S-Attack can get around the back. Perfecto still lives. S-Attack does find Electronic, and the HP is very low. But you're right, both now noted. S-Attack creeping in, he's going to try and deny the plant. Yes, he does. Instantly sprays around, well handled by S-Attack, but I thought another one was about to go Navi's way.
It did look like it. They really do know how to make something out of nothing. Mountains out of molehills. It is 6-2 though. And Navi going to look to try and borrow their heads a little deeper into this T side. It is not sufficient. 2 will not do.
I would be frustrated with this if I was Navi. Like, they probably should have at least been able to get the bomb down, because they knew where both players were. And then Flamey still went and planted in a more open position. So I'm a little bit perplexed as to what was the communication in that mid-round right there from Navi. But nevertheless, we're back underway. AWP out for Simple. Pop control feels like something Navi want every single time. Oh my god.
God, that's going to burn. Quick pace, though, comes down. It's met by force. Astralis don't seem too fussed by this just yet. And yes, that high priority pop position seems to be noted. The loss of Dupree is unfortunate, but the flank coming out from Magisk is perfect. His positioning couldn't be better. He's going to find Simple in a bomb. Bites his time to find Flamey. Oh, this is a bit sloppier now. And now Flamey's found it. Uh-oh, a bit of a mistake, a bit of a fumble, and S-Attack is now in a 1v2.
Bomb's loose on Olof's side. Perfecto realizing there's a timer on this. He needs to pick that up now before it's contested. S-Attack hears that. Will work with that information. He knows the bomb's been retrieved. Knife out, doesn't want to make too much of an announcement. They don't know where he is. That unknowing is his bonus, because look at Flamey, completely caught out. A 1v1 emerges. Perfecto could catch a little bit of flack from that. But it's the duel, and S-Attack, another impact round. The Dane, the new addition. 16-4.
That is a performance swing up from him. That's huge. Like, he was fine on the other maps, I think. He did his job. I don't think we've seen him hitting these sort of numbers anywhere near this early on.
This is great stuff from S-Attack. I mean, the fact of the matter is that, yes, statistically, he was coming into this one as one of the best, if not the best, Astralis member from the group stage. Playoffs Device took the crown, but here in the grand final, in its microcosm, S-Attack really is coming alive here on Train. Don't forget, he's the inner player. To have 16-4 when they haven't really hit your sight is impressive.
I think a pause is needed for Navi at some point here, because we're already 10 rounds into play as we get underway.
How often do Navi call pauses, bro?
I just feel like they need to chill out a bit, because these mid-rounds, I am so confused as to what the comms must be sounding like, or the information. I know we can see everything, but I'm sure they've at least seen something. Flash is going to come on through. Mega's ready to fight.
Flash on both sides.
Okay, well, they've heard the AWP. They know the flash. They're going to think better of that one right there. Dump out their smoke.
Look at Dupree.
Yeah, constantly going aggressive.
He is such a thorn in their side. Any gap you may have is being looked and investigated and potentially exploited by Dupree. He's been given a degree of freedom here. It seems that is unfathomable. from the old Astralis roster.
This one, I'm wondering if this is maybe the map they've been able to put the most time in towards, the comfort with S-Attack coming in. Could this be what Astralis wants to look like eventually on all
He walks
maps?
up that ladder again, I swear. He did it with the MP9 and got a double. There's no way he tries and gets the timing again.
He might flank late, but if he goes up now, he'd be an absolute madman.
Yeah,
He's
oh,
out
absolutely.
from the opening.
Look at this, double up.
The aggression is unbridled from
All these men! And what have they done with the by the book Astralis? Two stacked in the smoke on ramp, dropping the incendiary as they reposition. Simple trying his best to do something, but Astralis are making a pretty damn strong case for nothing on that T-side push.
They're up 9-1 in terms of opening duels now.
Yup, said we should keep a finger on that pulse. They want to drop down, that's what S-Attack is holding. Oh, it's such a nice little angle from him. He doesn't have to expose himself, but he chooses to. And that's the end of that. 8 to Astralis, 9-1 in opening duels, chat. That is a stat in one very quick sweeping statement to summarize.
Yeah, and of those, Dupree's 3-0, S-Attack's 2-0, Magus is 2-0. The only one who's given up an opening duel has been Device so far. And it's through this proactive play. We've seen them be quite aggressive all across the map. Think about how that round started. There was going to be a fight over towards Ivy. Next minute, Magus is down towards the low ramp, pushing up through a smoke with S-Attack. You've got Dupree pushing into main. They're taking the fight to NAVI. This is why I say they need a pause, because I don't know if they've really considered what they're getting dealt right now.
Oh, the damage, look at this. Oh, the mollies are good.
Another opening.
Now Booch is through though, able to find Magus unawares, maybe caught him a little bit of an awkward spot, but the turret comes out from Glaive. Now Glaive and Device were both low and they've been found. So yeah, there is threats aplenty. Dupree is going to be really asked to be smart about this, but S-Attack, this guy, I am amazed by the different look of S-Attack here. Like, he's been great before. He's been fine. You know, that ramp play, we liked it. But this looks like comfort.
This is
like
20
confidence.
frags, Lauren, in 11 rounds. He is the inner player. 20-4. NAVI. They house some of the most impressive raw talent in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but S-Attack's making them look like fools here. Multi-kill rounds. I've got S-Attack stats in front of me. He has only got 2 for 0 in terms of multi-kills, but the math doesn't check out there. There's Hugo Byron in the center there, looking very cool. He refuses to go anywhere without his glow-up keyboard, so he's brought that with him.
It's the fashion piece, is it?
Yeah, it's more of a statement. It's his identity. He considers gaming keyboards to kind of summarize him.
I love it so forward-facing these days with him.
Yeah, you just got to communicate, you know, who you are from the get-go. So he carries it around, kind of like a skateboard under his arm.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. That's Hugo Byron. You'll find him on Twitter.
9-2 though, Navi did finally call the timeout that Chad was asking for. And maybe a necessity at this point, but a 9-2 recovery is going to be tough. The pace, the look is very versatile from Astralis, and it's been quite aggressive as well.
Yeah, in pursuit of some damage control. It's certainly not out of the realms of possibility, but it does need to be a switch up. We need to start seeing some brown on blue. It really has only been one-way traffic at this point in time. We've double-checked it. There it is. S-Attack has 8 multi-kill rounds. Thank you. That makes so much more sense. Yes, 8. 8 multi-kill rounds in 11 rounds. That does check out.
Bloody hell.
You'd think that was a little out of date.
The man we haven't been saying much about, who often is a point of topic, is Device. But again, hasn't had to do as much, but this round he will have to. Sadly for him, Simple's got the better angle, got the better shot, and gets the better start to things for this round.
So keep your eyes on Flamey. He's been given a lot of responsibility. Electronics going for the inner smoke from here. NIP showing us this one first and foremost. It's actually a bit of a different take, or he's failed it. I think that's a complete fluff. Unless his intentions are to isolate this Ivy player, in which case, he's done that. He's done it nicely.
Nutmeg again. We see it again, and it delivers again. I'm amazed they got away with that. Twice now. You know, once is enjoyable, twice is a problem. Now, Electronic does manage to take down Glaive, so this will call in a lot of support to come back towards A. The bomb now on Simple, been found, been spotted, been tagged, but he's still standing, refusing to relent. But Electronic's got S tag. Magis now isolates the bomb, 9 seconds. Dupree's quickly there, but now it's going to be a mission to survive for Mages. He has to fade into the shadows and
3,
not
2,
die.
1 and 10. I can't quite believe it. That's not how you count 1, 2, 3, 10, but it is the reality for NAVI. They have just simply run out of time. A bit of a NAVI classic. It's happened Real not ideal situation though for it to be happening in a grand final.
S-Attack's pretty good, huh?
I like it.
It's wild scenes as to what we're seeing here. It's normally with Astralis, you know, when they have Zipex in the roster and he's playing more of that passive style towards the inner bomb side, the rotates coming on through, they're mopping up the leaks when they hit the site. When you're seeing this version of Astralis play, they're aggressive towards box halls. They're constantly taking this territory back, and oh dear.
This is the second time out now for Navi, and this is the first time I think I've seen an Astralis that isn't leaning on device as much. Now he's doing...
He's got 4 kills.
He's fine. Yeah. That's it, he lost that last fight with Simple, but that was the first time I've seen him really having to instigate much. And again, this is a very different look Astralis, and we personally, casting during the regular play, never got to see their train. It was mostly with the other casters. So if this is what they've been doing the entire time, and maybe Navi didn't see much of it either, they might have walked in a little bit blind and now come out a little bit dazed.
I hope they were much more prepared for it than what we're seeing right now, because this here is a bit of a shellacking coming in from Astralis. Yeah. Now, I don't know. Normally at this point I'd be posing a bit of a threshold. How many rounds is good enough? Maybe 4 for Navi at this stage of the game. This round right here, they will definitely be conceding. And I'm saying that just based off of how the other rounds have petered on through. The Pistols have looked a little bit more threatening, right? They've been able to get a little bit more brawly and then they get mopped up within the late stages, but there's yet another opening.
Look at this, man. Astralis are just giving us a tutorial, and it once again brings that question into the forefront of my mind, Chad, which you asked in the pre-map, which was, why train?
Yeah, I thought it would have been Dust 2 and then Inferno. It would have been my second choice if I was Navi, but potentially with some fear of the old Astralis on Inferno. Well, this version of Astralis hasn't looked anywhere near as good on that map. And that means that we won't even be seeing it within the series. So after Train, if Astralis do win this, which is trending in that direction right now, we will be seeing Overpass as the decider. Now remember, Astralis have been in 2 Pro League finals before this, both of which they won. So if they come into this one, they take it, they will go to the team to win the most ESL Pro League titles of all time, currently tied with Fnatic at 2.
We're actually seeing a good final, and maybe 5 maps.
Well, technically, I suppose, because the 5th map's already been played.
But we never go the entire series.
Yeah, normally we don't. I think the last one that I remember was back, was it FaZe vs Fnatic, Katowice 2018, absolute banger. Most of the time it's just whitewash teams just destroying the other.
You were out just grabbing a drink before when I brought up S-Tag's score. Have you processed that 22-5 properly?
Well, yeah, 8 multi-kills in there, something along those lines, right?
I mean, the fact of the matter is, Device, at this point in time, is there to support him, but I don't know how much support he needs. Here's Dupree.
Do it.
Up to his usual antics.
Just do it.
What's his cue? Electronic is the late arrival. Good nade, look at that one. Simple, caught as he sets up. Astralis with their utility damage.
This is ridiculous.
And I just because everything's going right for them, I see a world where as Electronic, as he checks, as he calls it clear, Dupree catching a timing, it's certainly not unrealistic. 5 of them gathered now.
There's 3 players in already from Astralis to deal with this. Check this out. They're locked in.
You're right, and they're doing this brilliant setup on upper. That smoke does nothing because the CT can play in front of it. S-Attack gets his 23rd frag. Magisk onto Boomich as well. Navi, this is a disaster. They're just falling by the wayside. One man after another. Magisk with a triple kill this time, just affixing another 3 frags to his 13 frags he came in with. And it means that the final round of play is for Astralis' 13th. Ladies and gentlemen, Overpass is...
beckoning.
I don't want to say a guarantee because I don't like to give those, but this one feels like 5 all over.
This is so wild, right? Because if there was one map that you were going to think, man, you know, we'd really like to have Zipex there to be able to lock down a site,
sure.
it would be Inner on Train. And S-Attack is actually doing that and even more so. Leading the server, 23 kills, 1 assist, 5 deaths. His ADR, bloody off the charts.
Mental.
This is just wild. The auto snipers come out. Someone use it. Don't leave it there. Come on.
You always do it.
Someone get it. Pick it up. It's not BM. It's actually a fantastic gun. And just because you guys playing your matchmaking, call them auto noobs, doesn't mean you shouldn't be using them.
I've seen people actually abandon matchmaking games when someone bought an auto.
That's the craziest thing. It's a very, very good gun.
Yeah, imagine taking other people's opinion and presenting it as your own, like gospel, just because you want to fit in. Imagine that. I mean, I understand when you're 16, but once you get older than that, it's your mistake, it's your choice. Dupree has two things thrown towards him. Unfortunately, physics favour him. And his has more back.
Everything's going their way.
It is, really is. He's even going to replace that incendiary so they can't drop down, catch the timing.
Come on.
Is he going to swing back as they drop? He is. Hello.
Look at all that damage. They're both so low.
Hey,
Magic's got a lot to do, though.
They're third.
This has relieved some pressure. That's a good chance for Glaive, but he doesn't quite convert. He should go down. Boomage ensures of that. Magic's, though, a lot to do. Perfecto baits the shot. Simple only has a scout. He will not be as much of a threat as Device as he pulls the trigger on one. S-Attack getting away by the skin of his teeth. Bombs down. 2 on 3.
Just 3 so far for Device as well. We haven't seen him. We haven't had to see him. Maybe this is the round he makes the big impression. Boomage on 1 HP. S-Attack on 1 HP and Device doesn't care for the symmetry. Goes and gets the defuse and another on the board. 13. My word, I have never seen Navi look this outplayed, this outdone. If this is the new Astralis, bring it on. Take us to the next map. But before we get there, we have to go to a break. Let's see how far Navi can pull this back.
I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. Top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I'm a renegade. Every single night I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my gate. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm fast at you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just fast at you. Look into my eyes. I'm not afraid. Take over my mind till it fades. Like a medicine, it keeps me safe. This neon lights lead the way. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm fast at you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just fast at you. Fast at you. I tell you the truth. I'm fast at you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just fast at you. I tell you the truth. Just faster than you. Just faster than you.
gracious, it's 13-2 on train here at the fourth map of this best of 5. Navi coming in with a one-map advantage. Upper bracket versus lower. Astralis versus Navi. They posted 2 rounds, and that was in the first 3 rounds of play. Astralis going on a 12-round spree. Leaves us at a 13-2 half. It is rather absurd. We could be heading into new very... Let me try again. Where is that final map? Overpass. Could be...
That was insane.
That was nice. I've never harmonised before, Chad. It's a first time for everything.
Now, just coming into this half, I do want to highlight as well, STAG and Magic both sitting at 93% KAST.
That's high.
That's
That
ridiculous.
is very high. 93% of the time, they've either been killed, or got the kill, got the assist, or have been traded.
Pretty mad. Obviously now, the side switch comes in. Navi.
I mean,
Let's.
I'm not going to start building anything other than overpass until
you know
I
what?
see the
I'm with
3.
you.
The first 3 is like 13-5. First
Yeah.
buy, then
They've
37.
got it.
Then give me a 39, and I'll start building. I'll start building at 9.
There's the bar. There
Yeah.
is the
At this
Alex
point in
Machine
time,
Richardson bar.
overpass is on the cards, and I'm down for it. But let's see if Flamey can start this pistol off right. Flashed off. 4 of them descending. Oh, anyone that goes for that fight is dead. Molly and bullets. Glaive already planting. Astralis intimidating.
The retake setup, and they've already lost everything here. They have to comb back through all these lanes. That's a good opening from Simple. Perfecto's found one.
Steps, it's the right direction that they're taking, and Simple is dragging them through this. Device now a 1v3. There is a smoke. He doesn't have a molly anyway, but he knows where the bomb is. But Boom, it should have him dead to rights. Good tag. Gets it, but there's the defense.
Okay. Good round, Navi get on the board. Only one surviving there, but it is the round nonetheless, and they're third so far in this third map of the series. The question is, do Australis want to finish this off as quickly as possible? Or do they want to play their classic percentages? Well, I'm going to say they might want to finish it off as quickly as possible. That is suggested by Device's AK-47 buy. He had that Kevlar remaining from the pistol round because he did stay alive here. You can see him finishing off Simple just there on the high ramp and upgrading to that USP. Now, one of the notes so far on train is this aggression from Astralis on their CT side. Dupree pushing up Pop, Dupree pushing main, flash pushes towards Ivy, double man low ramp pushes coming on through. I think this is a different looking Astralis from what we're used to, at least in terms of their play style. It's not by the book, it's not the percentages all the time. They're actually taking some risks, and that destabilized Navi within that first half. They couldn't find any solution.
Oh, but they just stare at a grey screen and think better of it. That's a really perfectly timed smoke. Buys them some time. The uncertainty starting to grow for Astralis, certainly not for Navi. No one moving a muscle really. Electronic is looking to sweep into Glaive's corner. And he finds the frag, trading and in priority, and Magic makes short work of Electronic. Spots another investigating Pop Dog, but that was the frag. Simple wanted. Oh, it's just as easy as that. 3 heads walking into his crosshair. Minor adjustments required. Just Dupree. They brought 3 AKs. He's only got the unarmored Deagle. He took the short end of the stick.
If I'm Navi now, the best thing to do is get everybody over towards main and pick up those AKs. They've done exactly that, and if Boomage can go get the M4 that Simple was wielding, they're going to rock into the next round with an extremely good buy. So this is a fantastic upgrade, but the key now is not going down. Dupree will want to die. He needs that loss bonus to come through, so looking for fights with 20 seconds left. You get a couple of choices. Stand, just take him out of the round, hide and try and kill him after the time, but mainly don't drop any rifles. And Flamey, he will stay alive, even upgrading into that Deagle right now. So Electronic will be dropped across a rifle. Simple could do so. Looks like it was actually Perfecto throwing that one across within the early stages there. He has head armor, he has light utility and a defuse kit, so he could buy in the M4. It was simple. Okay, so they made it work. The buys come on through. They'll have 3 AKs, 2 M4s, and everything that they need going into the third round here, whereas Astralis not being able to get anything done, no plant, means the save will come through on their side of things. You can see an upgrade into a Deagle from Magisk, P250s for everybody else, and the idea here is just to make this as costly as possible. Make sure NAVI have to reinvest going into the first gun round and allow them to start building a bank this early. Smoke and Nade will already come out towards this Ivy position from Flamey, and now they've heard that Deagle, they know what they're dealing with on the other side. Electronic, inquisitive as ever, AK in hand, needs to hit a couple of shots, has lost one. And eventually converting, but he is in a little bit of trouble. We'll go down to Glaive.
Yeah, that's nice. Good play. AK not going to be retrieved. They're not willing to commit too far into that.
Pack.
Yeah. Pistol pack. Going towards the inner. At the moment, there is only Perfecto there. Tag in pop for the push. If they go upper, Perfecto's staring right at it. A smoke means he can focus all of his attention there, and this should be a multi-kill. So many players shooting at him. He eventually goes down with nothing. This will be the plant out of only P250s. It shouldn't be anything else, though. Bang. Nade. Doesn't do anything. Just a bit short. Magisk found by Flamey. This should be tied up neat and tidy. If Astralis can find something here. Oh, that's one, but quickly traded. This is getting sketchy. Kit is on Flamey.
It shouldn't be a problem. The thing from Device! That shot was just incredible, and now
There's where he
Boomich,
is.
Needs the kit.
he has to get up to that kit, or he has to sit the bomb plant. Now, I don't know if Device knows about the kit or not on Boomich. He's going to check regardless, but if he plays this right...
There's no time now.
Exactly, Device is playing this so well. That one shot that came through was great. The patience he just shown, and if I'm Navi, I'm livid.
I couldn't have painted a better picture for them in that round, considering everything they had and what they were going up against. And the fact that Navi dropped the ball here, Astralis is sucking all the oxygen out of the room. Navi look like they are done. On toast here, on train. If I was them, I'd want to be getting out of the server as quickly as possible and getting over to Overpass, because this is a nightmare. You can't be dropping rounds like that.
It's a tilt factor for sure.
Okay, well, they will cobble together a buy, UMPs, AK, M4, and a scout, but this is feeling hopeless now as Astralis have played a fantastic game of train here. They're going to keep that undefeated record with Tag on this map under lock. As Navi, they pick this. Picked into a little bit of a trap right now. Obviously thinking there was something they could exploit about Astralis' approach. Their CT holes, maybe Navi just confident it was a better map for them, but clearly not the case here today. This will be 2 maps on the trot for Astralis, tying the series up at 2-2. And only 2 more rounds to find. This is one of those games where it just feels like a matter of time until we get across the line.
It would be quite the comeback, wouldn't it? To go down...
Sweep.
Yeah, 0-2 in a series. A best of 5 series. And to come back, taking us 3-2. Nearly gets both of them. Fair play to Boomich. Crosshair placement on point. Doesn't get to tell the tale, though. Electronic flashed in, hoping to catch someone walking through that smoke, but Magic's more passive than anticipated.
Is Glaive the only one with a smoke? I think so. Yeah, so Glaive's the only one who could potentially do anything smoke-wise. Beyond that, we've got Electronic very focused towards Ivy, trying to stay safe from the rest. Flamey watching that cross. It is only with the scout. And now with 20 seconds, they do need to make something of this. This is where these even slightly weaker buys can become very, very scary. Position now noted. Flamey going to adjust round. Magisk is there to catch. Bit of a trade out on damage. 12 seconds now. They've got to get themselves on towards the side. They have, but they've lost the player. Dupree goes down. 8 seconds.
Glaive has to
Vecto wants to play this to the perfect time. Device keeps him safe. The bomb is left loose. Device can do nothing. Just has to back away. Keep the AWP in play, and NAVI win the round.
Okay, maybe a couple more rounds in this one yet, as Device has actually upgraded now, gone into a bit of head armor, I think it was, from the Kevlar. Oh, he already had the head armor, so maybe it's some light utility there being purchased on in. Not a lot of money left over with the whole saved AWP situation, and they'll force buy behind it. So 4 Deagles, utility as well, head armor for all of them, and well, NAVI, they need to weather this storm. It's going to be 10 in a row just to get to overtime. 11 if they want to take this, and that's a good start to round 20. Big nade, lots of damage done to Device and Glaive. Dupree catching a tickle as well there. There's the opening. So just limping in right now. Astralis are trying to play off the cuff a little bit. See if they're able to take any space away from NAVI, find any gaps like they were able to do on those CT side pushes. But this can get out of control very quickly, especially if they lose this without doing too much damage. I know they had success on the pistols before, but that was a bit of a miracle round.
What does Device do with this? He's the one who's got the instigator potential. Electronic's getting quite curious about this though, and he loses his lot. Magus just got Boomich as well. Simple has now walked back into where both of them have just died. He has found Magus, so that threat has been removed. But does he know about Device getting through this? The Molotov indicates they've got an idea someone could do this, but Glaive's the one with the bomb.
Simple finds his third, could very well be extending the impending doom. Glaive to clutch up. Plan is something.
No smoke. 1 kit, and the Molotov will be on Glaive, but doesn't go for the traditional post-plant position.
On a game of endurance at this point. Lento keeps it clean.
Every moment it feels like maybe Astralis could steal a way around, just getting in the right place. He had a Molotov. I was starting to paint the picture in my mind of how that one could have unfolded. But going and scavenging what they need to over towards Yard. Simple will be getting that defuse coming on through. Has the AWP. Flamey's picked up with the AUG. We have Perfecto on that M4A4. So their buy looking a lot better now. 6 rounds on the board. Jesus. It's a big second shot there from Magus, finding the adjustment. Going to need a gargantuan performance from everybody on NAVI. It can't just be the one-man show if they want to get back into this. So as we take a look, going into round number 21, it will be the pistols again from Astralis. The Eagles, Tech 9s, utility. Smokes towards 5 and Evox again. CT's dropping 2 Molotovs towards Main and Olaf respectively. In towards Pop Dog, we have Boomich tucked with that MP9. Over towards Inner Perfecto, looks like he might be up for the plate of getting overwhelmed. Smoke down lower. Looks like they're ready to go on this.
Might have seen the shadow of him backing away there, so they might know he's fallen slightly deeper on this. The flash is try and set Device in motion. Does get found. Deeper smoke comes in, but Simple is quicker.
Yeah, Dupree's trying to get the digits punched in, and he does manage to get the majority of that plan complete. Not going to be the victory, though. It's going to be another NAVI hold against these Deagles. It's time for the full buy, though. Glaive, 6.7, can put the AWP in Device's hands. And whether or not that's a component of this Astralis T side is something that remains to be seen. So a quick recap, we've seen 1 T side round. It was that 13-2 half. I can't believe I'm saying that. 13-2 half. At the moment, NAVI, though, have definitely battened down the hatches. 2 bomb plants so far, successfully from Astralis. Just seeing the third fall a bit short there as Dupree his plant denied. Not an extra $800, which would have put them in the full flush buy. Regardless, we're into it. Round 22. Map 4.
Okay, so setting up some Molotovs over there towards Pop Dog, making sure the CTs can't have that under their remit appears to be the plan. Early nade out onto Dupree, just going to do 11 points of damage. Now he goes, the flash was good, Boomich goes down. They were able to isolate him, and that's a massive pick within the opening stages here. Continuing that success, finding opening kills are Astralis. And now that they have the 5v4 advantage in their favor, heading back over towards Inner, but it's already Simple.
They're very aware of this. Simple leans back out, gets 1. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Perfecto goes unnoted. Major seems aware, checks on it, deals with it. S-Tag pushes forward on it.
Yeah, that smoke's going to lock him out completely. Flamey's the only one with a voice in this round at the point. At this point, yeah, especially now Electronic's gone and S-Tag hitting everything. The dude is on fire. Grabbing himself the AWP as well. Looks like Device has got a hold of that. But man, oh man, let's see S-Tag throw frags again. So he gets the second one, but the third comes so quickly after. Look at that! The dude's a robot. Great to see that the individual picked up into the Astralis roster is doing that star proud and then some. 27 frags for him. Looks like he wants to take us to overpass. And he finds Astralis' first weapon round here on the T side.
Finish line now in sight for Astralis. They need just one more, and they get to that final map. Everything all tied back up. Boomich trying to change that, though. Sticks
Nice.
around to get the kill on Glaive, and that's a big player removed. You can see S-Tag instantly cautious of this now. Would you double dip, Boomich?
Oh, Boomich, give us a wall bang. He does. He tags him up to 32. He's hitting him through the floorboards. Significant damage dealt. Maybe NAVI have got more to show. 23, it would require quite the slew. 7 rounds required just to get to that OT point. I just don't think the statistics point towards ASTRALIS not doing what he just did again at some point in that slew of 7 required. So, simple, flashed off, reveals his location, electronic in support on that green train. Flamey actually making the second orb work. 2 orbs, 1 frag.
Bloody hell.
Nice moves, baiting in the info. You're going to confirm Simple's location on that bomb train. And he gets him. Device switched on. Boomich switches him off.
Just the flick of the switch, and electronic shut down Dupree. It's going to be S-Tag to back away from this. Nothing more to be seen there for him. He could try and make it anything he wants to, but it should be the round very favourable towards Navi now with 25 seconds on the board, and obviously the bomb lost where it is.
Looks like he's going to go for damage here, though. It's going to be the $2,400 loss bonus for the next round for Astralis. If he can take away more of these rifles, you can see Navi have no money to work with. So 15 seconds now as the tag forcing forward, and Flamey will take him out. Any kills he could have found there would have been huge. And actually, there was a moment where the CTs held 3 AWPs. This is Boomich towards the top of Pop Dog, finding that kill onto Glaive and kicking things off with the opening frag. That was that AWP shot from Flamey. So in transition, they're trying to cover off and help Electronic. We'll take Magisk out. As we see now, 8 on the board. So yeah, 7 more for Navi required if they want to go to overtime. Pistols again for Astralis here. Light upgrade for everybody. And back towards that B bomb site, looking to see if they can punish Perfecto. He's dropped that Molotov very, very quickly. The rotation from Simple is already on the way, but they're going to be out high ramp.
They are, and Simple's there to retrieve. Oh no, a miss. Not going to make the same mistake again. They're looking for a bomb plan here. They found more than a bomb plan. They potentially find a round here. Perfecto's tagged up. He's fragged up. Zipping up the body bag was Glaive. Now Magisk has got himself the bomb plant. And Flamey AWPs for the retake. It's just not ideal. If you can find one, there we go. We're back into the realms of possibility. Flamey tipping the scales ever more in Navi's favour.
It's Glaive and his S-Tag. Glaive just took a chunk of damage down to half HP. Electronic closing it on the site. He's going to have a second to execute. And now S-Tag. This is a horrifically tall task.
Flamey's not looking. Okay, Electronic.
They got it. They got it back. And honestly, thank Mr. Flamey for that bad boy. That looked almost too dangerous.
And the second AWP. Where's the second AWP?
It's there.
Is it there?
I think I just saw whoever was at the top right for Navi pick it up.
Must have been Boomich then, because he only had a deagle in his hands there for the tail end of that round. So Simple really needs that AWP if they want to keep wielding this double AWP setup. Did they get it? Yeah, they did. Okay, so 15 to 9 now. Timeout called. 1 left in the back pocket for Astralis, and only 1 more round needed. So being liberal with these in the second half, why not? Got plenty of rounds to work with here. 6 now is the target for Navi that they're chasing to take us to overtime. The more that they expend right here just to get back into this map, the more energy they are depleting for overpass that is coming up as the potential for map number 4. Remember, Navi started with that 1 map advantage from coming through the upper bracket. Picked up just 2 to set themselves up with a 2-0 lead, and if Astralis pick this one up, well, they're on for the reverse sweep. We'll be tied up at 2-2. Underway we go. AWP out for Device. Flamey and Simple with the double AWP on that CT side. 4 players leaning towards yard. Very standard stuff here on train. Perfecto towards inner, dropping his smoke and flash very quickly. Here with that will be S-Tag, so it might be an early duel towards low ramp.
Liking Flamey's chances here. He's got 3 targets approaching. They've left that bomb in T-spawn as outlined, so this is nothing more than a scouting mission. I say that though, but with bated breath, it seems Dupree was considering something, but backing away now.
Okay, Lurk Smoke comes out, and that's going to keep Flamey on notice. He needs to be careful because they could either pounce through that or take territory, but Flamey
This is great.
pushing through, that's information. That is huge from Flamey. If he goes any further, Magus is on the other side.
Boomic's position, supported obviously by Electronic, but Electronic's having to keep safe a couple of angles, but he's committing to this one now.
Surely
could
they
be
flash
right.
it though. There must be a flash. No one's got one. No one's got one.
Players
Dupree,
there, at least.
the only one that's there with the flash is Dupree, but he's the one that would be needing to be flashed in. So Boomich has got a real
Tag's
shot
there
here.
now.
Oh, here it is. This is the flash.
Oh,
No.
oh, that smoke, perfectly timed.
The grey screen should be Boomich. He knows he's got more coming. Unloading his mag. 10 bullets is all he's got. 10 bullets! Opting for a fresh reload. No, opting for the deagle instead. They've got no options here. 25 seconds. Astralis, what do? Glaive's making the call. He's saying inner. He's screaming inner. And Simple is too. He's rotated in. 18 seconds.
Safe? Device is at
Safe.
spawn.
It's got to be. Device just fell back to its
Oh my lord.
Magisk has unleashed himself forward, but the rest, they're having none of it. They are keeping the guns.
A smoke grenade wins a round. Navi. They'll take it.
Oh, we're at double digits, Alex.
I said I'd get excited around the 13 mark.
Okay.
So
Actually, I think that's a lie. I said 9. So,
but that was an exciting round, and that was 9. So,
yeah.
yeah, all in all, the clock whittling down here for Astralis and them having to save. And the reason that it's okay with them going for this, they have 5 more cracks. So hold on to the guns as long as you can. See if you can make them work. Only problem is with 4 players surviving there, the loss bonus doesn't come through for those individuals. So here we go again. Astralis back on out. Same buy as last time, a little bit less utility for some of the members. Navi finally rocking this very, very potent full buy with all the goodies. 5 defuse kits, 5 sets of head armor, double orbs.
Oh my gosh.
Everything you want, everything you need. So early nade damage again. Glaive and Dupree going to take a chunk of that. Put on down to 71 and 73 points of health respectively. Over towards inner, they've opted for the 2-man lean. Simple is there straight away. His rotation towards yard, if something goes wrong, is going to be laboured.
Oh, that's ballsy from Electronic. He does tuck in enough. And they're playing this well. Oh, that's big frag from Dupree. The fact he's gotten away from that as well. Now a 4-on-4. Perhaps Astralis have still got some fight left in round 26. Perfecto overly committed towards this brown horse. It does mean there's a gap. He'll have to intermittently check if anyone's walked down that ramp, and he is. Timing could kill him here. Oh, I'm nervous for him. Okay. Should he find device, we're cooking. And he has. Now a chance. S-Attack gets it, though. Boomich elsewhere onto Magisk puts us into a 2 versus 3 scenario where S-Attack, fast in hot pursuit of his 30 bomb, has got to come up clutch. Dupree, his partner in crime. If the bomb goes down, I start favouring Astralis here.
That's so low.
Just how do they get there? You do have Boomich at the bottom by Pop, and he has been
Saving again.
Might have to.
monster. 25 seconds to make their mind up as to what they want to do with this. Still looks proactive
hurt.
now. Yeah, Boomich well and truly aware of this, calling as well to Simple, of course, to be prepared. And he is, as ever, as now S-Tag with 12 seconds left. A monumental task at hand would have to do something truly monstrous. Not going to happen. Simple controls it. Navi have grinded this game right back to the cusp here. Now, of course, Astralis are waiting for that one, the straw that breaks the camel's back, but Navi's staying strong.
Wow, that was an interesting decision. I want to double check it to confirm.
Oh, yeah. With the AK?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's opted for the AK to give that to Electronic, right?
In favour of an orb.
He can buy an orb,
I know, but I'm just saying that is like, I mean, you can't afford to lose a round, so it makes a degree of sense there, but it just shows the priority in putting the AKs into the CT's hands. Double orbs are back out. AK given over to Electronic, so remember what he's capable of with it. Now, Ivy pressure. Nice incendiary. That will buy time. No, Magisk has gone straight through. Oh, Lord, this could get a little bit messy. Electronic makes short work of the round. That's why you give him the AK. Quick spray. 15 to 12. Starting to look like perhaps the overpass conversation started a little too soon here.
Is this 5 in a row now?
It is.
Okay, well, this is where we really looking towards the business end. Do Astralis have any set pocket strats they've been keeping? Time to pull it out would be now. Freeze time ticks on down. Everybody having everything they need going into round 28. Just one for Astralis to take us to that 4th map. Navi, 3 more on the trot here to take us to
Different
overtime.
smokes. I wonder what they're up to here.
Looks like a ruse.
It does.
They find out, though, Navi have been very proactive and even challenging, looking towards these smokes, and it looks like, again, they're going to uncover.
Yeah, look, he's
There ain't
clear.
no one here.
That's huge. That's a huge amount of information.
Simple's coming.
Yep, Simple's rotating. Boomich wants to take back a pop control. Simple deploying a second smoke on inner. He might disrespect that. They are ahead of it. And Simple could pull the trigger just ahead of the flash. He wants another. Perfecto's found it. So is Simple. He's ripping him apart. There's only two left. Glaive and Device trying to survive at this point. Glaive drops off. He hears it. Sound cues for Simple. Needs the flick. Doesn't have it. Maybe Glaive's got something in the bank. Flamey takes him out of the equation. So just Device and a missed shot. A plan not gonna happen as Boomich confirms it. And now Na'Vi are 2 rounds away from doing exactly what Astralis did. Back. 2-13, 2 halves, Chad, on train. I'm not so sure.
Think about the rounds that Navi have lost in this game, right? Remember that Essa tag 1-on-2 where he flanked through main and Perfecto was that last kill? Probably should never have won that round. The third round of this second half, they won with just peanuts, right? It was upgraded pistols. There was no utility. There was no armor behind it. And they won a round that they definitely should have put in their back pocket. So then you look forward. What, has it been 1 gun round? 1 gun round is all they've posted so far. And we're sitting here at 15-13. So Navi are going to be kicking themselves if they do lose this map because of the rounds that they fumbled.
Yeah.
Both teams really struggling here on the T side. The secondary AWP, you know, Flamey's been doing a fantastic job as well. Anybody who slips the net, Flamey's picking him on up. We did talk a lot about the double AWP setup. We've only really seen it out of one side. We didn't see Astralis picking it up. They didn't need it.
Gosh, the value of Simple has truly come alive here. He was actually quite quiet on that first half shot. Down had, I mean, not many of them had much to say about the matter, but 24, as said, sitting by him. Double AWPs out, everything they need. But on the other side, a polarizing stark comparison with the Tech 9s. A dash of utility, though, on 2 or 3 of the players here. Electronic again looking for information. He finds even more. Dupree goes down, the trade comes in. And now just chaos is called.
Yeah, and wow, a shot like that, Flamey secured the round. We are going all the way, folks. We could very well be the overtime, but I will remind you, 16-14 on Nuke, found by a 1v2 clutch. That could have been OT on Nuke as well. Now Na'Vi have been dealt the same hand. Do you take it to overtime, or do you lose in a 16-14 fashion? After so much hard work, I will remind you, Astralis needed 3 rounds, and they found 2 of them by round 22. Now we venture into the 30th. Pressure mounting, decision-making at an all-time high. The next choice you make could determine your fate. Let's get into it.
Slower approach this time round. No rush out main from Astralis here. No smokes to condition. Just default. 1 towards main, 2 towards Ivy. Essa tag dealing with the inner player. Glaive above pop.
Device has had such little success here. This has been mostly Flamey's territory. He played well ahead of the previous smoke. Last time he pushed in front of that after the back of this smoke. It looks like once again he'll dip towards this. And again, this negates a little bit of what maybe Astralis are trying to garner.
The uncertainty is no longer with that play. Boomich diving into Pop Dog. They want to fight Astralis. They're willing and confident behind their crosshairs. Let's see what the call is from Glaive. The fact he's moonwalking Ivy and Dupree's going for the E-box smoke. Or even the flashbang. Okay, so he wants to maybe set Device up for the first look. The only contact he could find is Electronic, who is actively checking in main. Here's the flash. There's a tag and Device to swing. Oh, what was that? Is that smoke? Oh, it's perfect from Na'Vi. Just as they were about to start looking for main info, they're denied and 15 seconds is shaved off the clock again. They're going to run out of time here if they're not careful.
Can't save this time.
Ivy in main is the hit. Simple's deep in inner. If they find an early frag, they could snowball it.
But Boomich has been a stopping factor as well. His presence has now been trying to be negated, but Electronic just found 2. S-Attack bullies through 20 seconds now. They've got to keep sticking this. They cannot slow down.
Oh, and Simple's finding frags. Overtime looms. Need a couple more. Doom found again for Dupree. And it's 15-15. Na'Vi with a 13-2 comeback as they roar at the top of their lungs. We have not finished with Train yet.
Glasses on, my hoodie's right. Break the door, give me side eyes. Are you feeling yours? Cause I'm feeling mine. Slide back to the future, got my own time. It's sipping dope to feel right. Got my own high, don't need no lines. Sneaky bitches never ever acting so nice. Alright. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you guys all in the same. Just put the volume up there. You can see in the back, yeah. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you guys all in the same. Just put the volume up there. You can see in the back, yeah. Alright, hot damn. Not worrying about man's got a plan. It's not really about the dough or the time frame. Matter of fact, about to blow up the whole thing. So good, hell I'm all fine. Got a sweet little ooh, and it's all mine. My shoe games, class high, hear it all the time. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you guys all in the same. Just put the volume up there. I'ma go get 'em. No time looking back, every day gotta do better. I'ma go get 'em. Blow the roof off or I really want to see, now go tell 'em. About to touch the sky, no helmet. Preparing myself up top, no weapons. On my own, I stop caring, cause they keep telling me. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you guys all in the same. Just put the volume up there. You can see in the back, yeah. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you guys all in the same. Just put the volume up there. You can see in the back, yeah. Been a while, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what can you say about that one? Grand final time and it delivers on train. A 13-2 half. We thought Astralis had thrown down the gauntlet. I'm seeing some Aussie representation on the call-ins. Fan cams all gathering for your European Grand Final of Season 12 of ESL Pro League. Sponge, Pansy and Machine, some of our names, and now Astralis and NAVI presenting their game. Let's get into it. It is MR316K. And a 13-2 half in response puts NAVI into the driving seat, and that momentum is quickly silenced. Dupree getting a first kill right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's very key. Boomich has been patrolling that pop dog area round after round, so for him to pick up that in the early stages of overtime is huge, and might be the gear shift for Astralis.
Every time they tried to hit A late in the round, of course, electronic was a big problem, but let's say they got past that issue. You're right, it was Boomich then that just came in and shut it down. The lean goes back towards B, however. Two players wait on the other side, Perfecto being one. And of course, Simple just behind. Not too easy to get past, but the flashes are good enough to force them off the angle. They're gonna get stepped towards the bomb site.
Wow, he's precise, isn't he? Perfecto's done really well there. That's the equalizing frag, and he's jiggling to try and confirm there's more, but eventually the war of attrition is lost. Oh, good tag. I can't believe Flame even hit that. Wing clips S for tag, stopping him from soaring too deep into the site. That's the necessary frag. Now he can go, and he knows he's tagged. CZ into the head. S attack dead. Now another device on the site, all poised. Incendiary blocking his exit. Only a Tech 9 to keep him company, and Glaive. Oh, that smoke's a bit of a gift. Just climbed over his head. He must know he's there. He doesn't. Oh, Device is about to get a freebie, hiding in the smoke. Both. Astralis gifted the double kill from Device, using the smoke to his advantage. Round over. 16 pound. Just a little bit too late.
Oof, alright, Astralis finally posting another round on the board for their T side here, and what a big one to do it in. That was an opening from Dupree onto
Gutsy.
Boomich. That's how it all started. Then Device, what's he going to do? Just, hello, I'm chilling.
That's a weird
Yeah,
step.
why did I get stuck there? I don't know. Well, this is why. Device through the smoke. To round number 2 we go. The double AWP setup, quite costly on the side of things for NAVI. With 16k and teammates dropping them over, means that they should be fine to buy them every single round. Is there a priority on Pop Dog again as Magus this time? He's out to Olaf.
Yeah, this is super pacey. Now, bear in mind, we didn't see too much of Flamey AWPing down this way. It was mostly towards Ivy. Electronic has been the founding factor of handling this. Flashed in, succeeds. Electronic looking comfortable, unfazed, continues to push further forward. But look at the bomb, look at the rest of Astralis.
Yeah, the fact they threw 2 flashes just to catch him really does show how important that frag was. And Perfecto again on inner. You test him, he passes with flying colours. Maybe Device can find a way back in, looking good. Poised for the peak, simple though. He manages to pluck another out of the pack on the jiggle peak. Electronic taking space and a lot of it. Anything Glaive wants to build towards Pop Dog likely to be ripped from him here. The bunny boiled. Electronic disappearing here, hoping to catch Glaive on the re-peak. That doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to be his fight, and he realizes that.
Has a smoke as well, so we can just cut Glaive off as he drops down Pop Dog. Their eyes are trained right now. Glaive, it's hard to see him getting anything done. That AWP shot from Flamey almost sealing the deal here, but 40 seconds left. Goes down to Boomich. AK will be scavenged. They've got everything they need. The 3 riflers with 3 AK-47s, and we highlighted towards the tail end of regulation there that Navi were prioritizing that when they had the backs against the wall, dropping orbs when they knew that they could afford it so they could get those AKs out, and going into the final round of the first half here in overtime. Navi will continue with that double AWP setup. Flamey with 24 kills, 30 for Simple, 25 for Electronic. Things are looking fantastic for that star trio here. E-box and 5-lane smokes come out, but no territory being taken. A deeper smoke over towards... Okay.
New look.
There's more. He's got another. Already a double kill. Electronic fills the feed for the final round of the first half of this OT. It's not going to be Magic's death just yet in the feed. He's managed to claw one back, and he's heading backtrack. Actually, Simple could have an issue here if he doesn't hit the first. But it's Simple we're talking about, so no issues there.
Who do we have left? Device and Glaive. Now, Device is still committed to this, and he actually succeeds over Simple. Now, Device going to try and back away into the smoke, fall away from this problem. But Perfecto finds him very quickly.
Wait, what?
What an overtime he's having.
I don't know how he found
He was
that,
just spamming.
but you'll take those.
You definitely take those. Glaive in the clutch again.
But I feel as though they may have lost where he's gone for now. It looks like adjustments made. Boomich is there, finds Glaive, comfy half.
2-1. I mean, it certainly sounds better than a 12-3 or a 13-2.
Here's some problems, however. Astralis, what they got away with in that first half was aggression. They were pushing Ivy, they were pushing Main, they were pushing up Pop, they were doing the double little magician trick, popping through the low ramp smoke and punishing box holes. Guess what? If I'm NAVI right now, I go for more of a direct approach. I'd probably just go over towards that B bomb site straight away, maybe throw my E-box smoke, my 5-lane smoke, and execute in us. Then you don't have to worry about the aggression. And in the early stages, you got Perfecto selling exactly that. 5 smoke out, E-box smoke out, he's out towards Olaf, and the bomb is already heading back towards inner.
Okay, Boomich spotted Pop Dog. It's got all the trimmings of an outer hit, sorry. But inner is where they go. There's only Glaive, and he's only on Z. They can take so much space here if they time this perfectly. He's playing anti-flash. He's anticipating the one deep. Throwing out one of his own design as he tucks into the side a little more.
Yeah, they don't want that little nutmeg approach through that low ramp smoke to come through. And now the rotation will be here. So Tag's coming on over. Are they still going to play retake? No. So they're actually going to embed themselves into the bomb site here. Tag tucked in towards the bottom of the low ramp train. Glaive overseeing. And Navi have stalled out, so the aggression does become a problem now. Because they didn't play so aggressively straight away, they will now have to keep their eyes up for pushes across the map. Nobody over towards Main. Territory could have been taken there. Over towards Ivy, just Perfecto watching that push. Towards B, passive as well. Curious as to what made Navi stall out here. Their approach looked very, very clear from the start of this round.
Smoke coming in. Device committing further forward. Now we do have Perfecto slowly building through Ivy. Magus gonna spam, but his device just sees everything. Gonna let one cross, hits the second. They've got to know this now. Boomer's gonna try and cross. He takes down Dupree, beheads him. But Perfecto, can the late play up Ivy make any difference now?
This is a good chance for Perfecto. He needs a multi-kill. Wow, no!
No!
Not even one! I thought there was a multi on the cards. Device, a no-scope. Puts us at 17. Alright, these last 2 rounds, it's either a second overtime or 2 in a row. Let's see this again. Device, just look at this mouse pad move. Ugh, just about getting there. Perfecto's going to be a little bothered by that one. It's okay, though. He's been making huge plays over the course of this CT side overtime. This one just not to be added to the list.
Well, Flamey has a Krieg. This is very interesting. We don't see that coming out on the T side whatsoever in the current meta. So let's see what Flamey wants to do with that. Down pop Electronic straight away. They're continuing forward this time, NAVI.
No one up close now. It's going to be a lot of territory gained. Magus finds Electro.
Oh!
Perfecto!
Simple gets it!
Oh god, it's a 4v3. Hold on, Magus is in danger as well. This is very aggressive stuff.
is.
Simple, tearing Navi closer now.
He could actually do this. I can't believe I'm talking about a comeback here. Simple's double, but S-Attack's still alive. Not anymore.
Know where he
Simple, he knows where Device is. Can't hit the flick, but the bomb can go down. Device to clutch to save the Astralis' hopes of doing so in the first overtime. Overpass is where they wanted to take it. 3 rounds was what they needed. And now it is just to avoid their fate. Na'Vi forging quite the comeback on their defense. Now to finish it off, the cherry on top required is a T round. Just the one to take it and become your Pro League champions. ESL Pro League Season 12, played entirely online. Na'Vi, a team who in 2018 played not a single game online, have managed to change their game to suit the current desires of, unfortunately, the realities of the global situation. They've managed to make it work. They have found their form in an environment that never suited them. Can they convert, though?
They're really using a lot of utility early, even more so now to deal with Dupree. They don't want these pushes to come in, and they're constricting all the areas of the map. Early Molotovs towards Pop, Ivy, main, but here we go. Totem drop coming in.
Dupree's not actively fighting it. He's fallen back towards Z-Box. Nade, well timed, very
perfect.
well timed. Might have heard it. Definitely does. They were softened, but they live. Flamey's still alive, can pop right back on up.
Flamey finding that frag makes this round winnable. I mean, had Dupree found the double then, I just see Simple, Perfecto, and Electronic hitting that nasty slow pace that makes everyone kind of toes curl when watching Na'Vi.
Okay, so Smoke's just gone down low ramp right now. Estratag is passive with a secondary AWP. He's playing retake. There is always a chance that a T could have slipped down that low ramp and gotten behind the low ramp train. They do not know exactly what's going in towards the B site, but Megas pushing forward gives them a little bit of extra info. It's going to be the second wave attack coming towards B, but he's on an island. The rotation will be coming in from the bomb train. Device and Glaive, they're the closest two to get on over and help them out, or they're playing retake to take us to overtime number 2.
We loved it from him in regular time. We loved what he brought on train, but he has to do this now to save his side, get them to that next map.
That's the frag you need. Simple gone. S-Attack again delivering, and the flank is already coming in. Overtime, it reeks of another. S-Attack hits the shot he needed to, as does Glaive, and another overtime is required. These teams impossible to separate. And we're going to go straight back into it. MR3, 16K, roll it back another. I'm ready for it. I hope you are too. Tell your friends, it seems the grand final's heating up. Whether or not we see Overpass remains uncertain.
Here's the question. Does one team crack the code with their T side and be able to post
3?
Yeah. Or do the CT side just stay absolutely stoic and lock out with 3 straight? Astralis, they're the first up to answer that question on the CT side, and back in they go with the standard by Estratag, not opting for the double orb this time round. Will just be Device rocking that single AWP. Ooh, run boost. Good.
It's very good. Device has to be very cautious here.
Braves it, takes some damage, tucks away. Wonder if we'll see any more CT-sided aggression out of Astralis. Navi have opted for 3 men over towards Ivy, 1 dealing with the inner push, and Perfecto passive main. And we can see there's not too much aggression from Astralis so far. Okay, sorry, what? That smoke was just fading as Megas jiggled that. He's gone down, that's a free opening. That was something Navi struggled with in the first half.
Molotov to follow. Glaive, hyper aware the song could be around. Simple holds for now. I want to look at the other tees as well, see what they're trying to set up into motion here. We are down to just one smoke, so wherever this goes should be quite indicative of intention. However, that build through Ivy is beginning. Boomich quite close, Electronic there with a flash, I believe, in hand, so this could be Glaive in a lot of trouble.
Certainly could. The flash is likely. It's a tank looking for Brown Hole's info in the meantime, but it is this fight on Ivy that will be the first. Oh, speculative shots. He doesn't pull the trigger. He's so flash. He does well to find 1, 2. No bullets. Forced to back away. Simple can't trade. Flamey's gone down too. This is perfect for Astralis. Only Simple. He does well to find them both. The transfer on for an ace clutch. There should be no way, no world where he gets this, and Dupree's angle confirms it. Nice spray, nice fragging. It will be the first of the second overtime going Astralis' way.
Alright. Well, I thought this opening here would have been enough to at least garner NAVI something to work with, but that was it. All 3 kills in the round coming from Simple, and 2 of them in vain. Here we go again, buyback out. As expected, time and time again. Nothing too unusual, no Krieg for Flamey this time.
Yeah.
Electronic into main, dropping out a flash. Simple looking for a pick early, and Perfecto with top control. Ooh, spotted him.
Surprised he's still alive. He's trying to hide in the smoke. It works! Just for a second, Electronic adjusts the spray. First blood drawn, and it is against Astralis. Ignore it back is Device, an uncharacteristic miss. The smoke for escape. Electronic adds a second to the tally. He's burning as well. Device trying to catch the trade on Electronic, but he chooses not to push the smoke.
Did he get hurt? I'm pretty sure Perfecto just turned around, yeah. Well and truly aware of all intentions, just the 2 now left alive. Bomb planted, that's a good tag. Quick tag! Couldn't convert. And now a 1v2 Device, already got the step on the ladder with the first kill, but there's still 2 against him. 1 E-box, Perfecto just to Flamey's side. A molly and a flash. Molly goes in, good molly too. Gonna take the wider approach, isolates Flamey, but now Perfecto. Can you find him, Device? Absolutely not. You do not expect him there. And NAVI stabilize another round, 19-19.
If NAVI can post 2 on the T side, you would feel the way that their CT half went. Obviously, we could say this for both teams, but sets them up to close this one out, puts them in the driver's seat
Nice
of
trades.
overtime number 2.
This was really important fragging from Perfecto. Getting credit where it's due. Lovely background and headband. Fan cams showing us a bit of our diverse and eclectic mix of human beings that are fond of Counter-Strike.
Same opening smokes here. 5-lane E-box.
Uh-oh.
That's different.
That's very different. Look at the damage as well. Na'Vi taking a big beating to start off this round, as well as the early casualty. Simple licked down by the Flames to 21. He's still on 37 to 27. Again, still finding multitudes of frags, even in the face of adversity, in the face of a 13-2 first half. They do manage to take us to overtime, though. Let's see if they can get any more. Astralis known for their tenacity in these kind of situations, though.
Vegas rotating over. He's actually just picked up an AWP from spawn. They left that there, so he's picked up an AWP to help defend B.
He's gone back to the weapons cache, brought it out, and it's the right place to keep it at the moment. Perfecto might be able to maybe keep some interest here towards Pop, but it is the right place towards B for Magus and it's a tag.
Again, he did it before. Will we see it again?
I do. Magus watching towards that top side of things. Down to 44 seconds. Still a bit of utility left on the tees. They can put down at least a smoke. Now it's just flashes and mollies. No more smoke to cover the ground. A molly comes back. Hinders approach. Flashes come in. Magus now ready, locked, loaded. Perfecto down. You don't beam Simple in those though, but tag does. Oh, the third would have been the icing on the cake, but it's just Boomich. 12 HP, 24 seconds. And this is a long shot.
Oh, that's a long
throw.
Oh dear. Well, we need to start thinking solutions, and we need to look at this from the T side. So what can Astralis do to get into these rounds? Now, NAVI with the double orbs, they're more than happy to play in front of a lot of these smoke walls and get aggressive. You see Flamey on top of the Ivy train quite often, and he's finding a lot of kills when they take territory coming out of Olaf. So maybe they could go for a smoke wall towards Yard and then try and play through Ivy once Flamey's drawn forward. But it looks like over towards Foxholes is where the intention will lie. Device with that AWP in hand.
Right, time to see how the Na'Vi defense fares this time around. No stranger to a disadvantage when starting on the defense.
And a quick reminder for those playing at home, 22 is the number you're looking for. Nade finds no one. The T side did evade Astralis for some time, didn't look comfortable. A quick pick from Dupree in that first go of things, you can't keep replicating that, that's not going to happen again. So, again, I wonder where they lean to.
Seems like it will just be the B here to this stage. You can see the bomb now going back through the showers area, meeting up with that of Device and Esatag. Over towards Ivy, we do see Magisk and Glaive. Now, if they can get a smoke off towards the sunny side of Ivy and then try and flank through and get a split going, they've almost got a free avenue right here. Just take a look how far forward Na'Vi are on the radar. 2 towards Pop, 1 towards the bomb train.
Yeah, sure, but if Simple starts firing off shots, Boomish could just fly up that ladder and really wreak havoc. It does require Flamey to hold the line. So much combat. Simple spots 2 more. Oh my goodness, he doesn't drop off in time. Loses his life, and Perfecto can't control the spray. Just like that, Astralis are going to be picking themselves up the 21st, unless Boomish and Electronic have got something in store for us. He is.
They know this is coming.
They've got to, right? Yeah, now they definitely do. 2 players instantly turn and face. There goes Boomich and Electronic. Exceptional before, but Astralis now 1 step away.
Oof. Navi need 2 rounds on the trot here just to take us to triple overtime. I think Astralis maybe have cracked the code. I love this approach. The inner split was a great idea, keeping Navi busy on both fronts, and the fact that Perfecto couldn't get a frag there and Simple was immediately traded meant that inner bomb site was open for business every day of the week. Even if it was just going to be the standard inner approach, it would have worked. So here we go, potentially the final round of play here on train. Smokes, flashes, nades, it all flies on over.
Now don't forget, Navi did the impossible before to even take it to this point. It should have been Astralis all day long, but Esatag is very far ahead, but he's burning alive.
Oh dear.
7 HP is all he's got left. A nade, a wild tag would have put him down. And no instant success here for Astralis.
I think a mosquito bite would get him at this point. Still, outdoor action starting to reach a bit of a slowdown. Dupree in main still. Electronic has been challenging this out more often than not, so Dupree definitely expecting some contact as the smoke fades. He's tucked in on the further angle though, so a bit of a standoff in that. Rumich might be trying to rock the boat a little bit. Oh god, Electronic, really? 1. Won't be ready for Electronic though. That's greedy. One of the 7 deadly sins shows its face here at a crucial moment of the map.
Oh, Perfecto's going to be kept busy by Esatag.
Oh, it was early as well.
Aye, Na'Vi just falling a bit short of the necessary.
Are they falling for it?
They are. They're already out of position.
Flamey would have had this line, wouldn't he?
Simple's thinking about backtracks. He knows it's a possibility. 2 orbs.
25 seconds though.
1. He doesn't check it in time. It might favour him though. 20 seconds. They need a plant, and that's Simple dead. Perfecto to clutch up. He's coming in from Z. It's just not realistic. It looks like Astralis have done enough. Nades, bullets, everything thrown his way. Na'Vi falling a little short of the mark. Imagine if they hadn't lost to those P250s, those Glocks. May not have even been overtime, but the overtime is won. Astralis are taking us all the way. Our grand final of Season 12 is a full 5 mapper.
just turn me off and hope the best for everything. I see a lot of danger, and it's all in your name. So don't just cough it up and throw it off and wash it away. I wish they would take you, something take me. I already know what it's like to let you go. I see your ghost. So what if I was capable of faking our love? What do we do? What do we know? None of you. It was all so true. What do we choose? And what have we chose? None of you. It was all so true. Above the world, if you're alive, please let me know. I already know what it's like to let you go. I see your ghost. So what if I was capable of faking our love? What do we do? And what do we know? No matter you, it was all for show. What do we do? No matter you. What do we choose? No matter you. What do we do? What do we do? And what do we know? None of you. It was all for show. What do we choose? And what have we chose? None of you. It was all for show.
There's two in that bit. That doesn't even matter because Zelsta's killing them all. Finally he gets it. You won't expect Freakazoid. We'll expect Freakazoid. Oh! Cywood is trying to do it all. Ridiculous! Cywood! Watsing's tired of waiting around. There it is. 4 kills from Watsing. Maya locks down the A-bomb site. He's going to get the ace there. He's overwhelmed. Doesn't make it look like that. He wants some close quarters shoving his barrel in their belly button. And he's got it as well. Freakazoid. Oh! Another shot hit by Cold Zera. And another one from Cold. He's done it. 10BK in a 1v2 that's certainly not easy. Let's go.
Oh my god, that is just absolutely remarkable.
Oh,
Let's go.
Now in with another. Survive Cold Zera.
Brilliant. Shot forward for the claw kill.
We're going the distance here in the grand final of ESL Pro League Season 12 for the European side of things. NAVI with the one map advantage. They picked up Dust 2, looking to seal the deal nice and quick. But Astralis, they've had something to say. Nuke and now Train back to back. And what was quite the ridiculous game of Counter-Strike. Both teams with 13-2 CT halves, and then taking us to overtime where Astralis get across the line 22-19. Now I want to actually dive into some of these details, break it down for you guys. I got rid of the other two so they can go and eat for the final map coming on up. But if you take a look right here, these are those CT halves I was talking about. Look at this slew of rounds coming in here from Astralis, and then for NAVI as well, they were able to keep it even cleaner. Now we want to focus on Astralis' first half because that was key, and Tag was having some fantastic plays. We're going to dive into some of the clips that made this possible for Astralis. Let's start here. This was Dupree within the early stages. Now, this is played at 3 times speed. I want to get through these for everybody. Now, I want you to focus on the pop dog area. This is on a gun round. Dupree only has an MP9. Focus on this, pushed back by utility. He's not in pop dog right now. Simple as just left pop. And look at this. Dupree pushes in, pushes up, and he's going to catch Flamey off guard. That's a push, that's some aggression, and that was unraveling Na'Vi. Here's another example of some aggression coming on through from Dupree. Check out this round, just standard utility over towards main. I've changed the camera angle very, very early. Here's the still 3 times speed, but he's just pushing in solo. No trade potential, takes down Perfecto. Here's another aggressive round. We've seen this one come out multiple times from Astralis on their CT side. They would love to play up close and personal towards this low ramp smoke. You've got 2 players, Tag and Magus, hiding in the smoke, and then Flamey, well, he's having to deal with this inner push. Check this out. Smoke clears, they push, they kill him. Here's another example of the exact same play that works even more potently. So the round's playing on through. You can see old boy Flamey once again within the box holes. Then we're going to see another rotation come on in to help him on the inner side of things. Dupree and Tag, again, close towards the low ramp smoke. As it fades, they get both of these kills. This was that CT-sided aggression, and it was really rattling Na'Vi and their T-side approach. Now I want to jump onto the Skybox machine, if I can, for everybody at home, to talk about Tag's impact. And he actually had a very, very big clutch round. So check this out. We're going to be free camming this one right here. Still going at 3 times speed, pretty standard round. Smoke towards the bomb train coming on through, down pop. The trades are going very, very well for Na'Vi. They're heading out onto the site now. Just focus very, very quickly here for a second on this initial flank coming on in. Magus has pushed Ivy, so yeah, more aggression. He comes through and he fumbles the kills here. Eventually takes down Simple, but Flamey lives. Now think about this. Flamey's already killed 1 flanking. They know that Tag is the inner player. Well, guess what? Tag is pushing inside again. Instead of going down pop dog, he's going to go all the way around, collecting the bomb, getting what they need. Now heading over towards the bomb train is Perfecto. Flamey is not looking. He's looking everywhere else, checking towards pop, checking towards the bomb train, even towards Ivy. Well, here comes Tag, kills Flamey with the flank, and now it's a 1-on-1. He knows that Perfecto's over towards the bomb train. Nade over the top, a heads-up duel. Tag wins that. And that's where I want to leave this clip, because Tag in this game had 40 frags. He was an absolute bull terror of a performer, and we were talking about that previously. We were saying coming into this Astralis with Tag, they've won this map 3 times on the trot. Tag here getting it done once again and having the best performance for his team. And I actually want to leave you all with some of his highlights from Train, because he was such a factor. We got Overpass on the cards right now, the final map of this best of 5. So here it is. We'll bring these up and I can go and stuff my gob. Bye everybody.
2018 will forever be known to the Counter-Strike community as the year of Astralis' dominance. But their year didn't start as well at all, as their run at the major ended in disappointment, followed by Kiabri's surprising decision to leave the team. They were left in a cloud of uncertainty until they signed Magisk less than a week before the season opener. When the Pro League Season 7 started, Astralis were nowhere near the dominant force that they would become throughout the rest of the year. Losses to teams like AGO, Hellraisers,
It's a 1v1, but no matter what, it would be Hellraisers. Close it out in the end.
and Heroic did them no favors. In the end, Astralis just about scraped by, qualifying for the finals in second to last place. Coming into the season finals with more preparation, 2 grand final appearances, and 1 title already under their belt, Astralis looked ready to show their true form. And they left no player unfragged and no question unanswered as they plowed through the group stage, dispatching the likes of SK Gaming and Team Liquid without dropping a single map. Going into the playoffs, Astralis quickly eliminated FaZe from the tournament, the European mix getting only 9 rounds over 2 maps. In the grand final, they faced Team Liquid. It was the first of 5 grand finals these two fought out in 2018, and it would be telling of how the rivalry would look for the rest of the year. Astralis started the series off by running over Liquid, picking up the first map, Dust 2, with an astonishing 16-1 scoreline. Coming into the second map, Team Liquid recovered and was able to bring the fight back to Astralis.
Debris shuts down Free. Nitro gonna try and do what he can. The 1v2. He's pulled it back. 1v1 now, and 1 man left to topple. It's gonna be Glaive. Nitro gets them all. And there's the round for Liquid.
However, it wasn't quite enough as Astralis went on to take the map with a 16-14 score on their favorite pick. Liquid wasn't ready to pack up just yet and won a hard-fought fight on Mirage.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. This retake has to be exactly that. Oh my god, from now! 3 kills! Man is gonna help him out at the very end. That does it all!
This set the stage for map 4, where Astralis closed out the series 3-1 on Inferno. With this win, Astralis started to cement themselves as the best team in the world. They also picked up their second notch in what would eventually become their run for the first Intel Grand Slam.
Right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
Champions, like we do the champions of the world. Providing you with the best tools in your pursuit to be a star. Euronics, official electronics retailer of ESL Pro League.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
gasoline fuel. Victory in a can. Your favorites will play soon. You hope for the win. Excited about the game. But something has changed. You start to doubt. Will they pull it off? Or will they drift away? You pull yourself together because you're sure they're revved up to win. You know they prepared. They picked the right course. And even when there's no chances, you believe they will win. GG Bet. Be excited.
Something's coming. I wanna breathe. Help me out. Please, my chiqui, escúchalo, siéntate y relájate un poco, que en esta vida el tiempo es loco, puedes perder momentos preciosos y sepas que cuando pides ayuda yo me levanto, todo lo que tengo lo comparto, y aunque me sienta triste yo canto, ay canto, vive una vida llena de personas que te quieran, que te respeten de veras y que lloren cuando mueras. Deja de mirar la acera y levanta la cabeza, sigue pa'lante y no temas, resolverás los problemas. Ay, mamá, si una cosa no te gusta, cámbiala. Si la situación te asusta, enfréntala. Si la vida es injusta, tú grita, deja de callar, escucha. Si la alegría te abraza, acéptala. Si la suerte no te roza, búscala. Nunca te prives de la felicidad, de tu libertad. De tu libertad. De tu libertad. Tengo la fuerza, vivir no me espanta. Si me conoces, sabe bien que no soy santa. No me privo de lo que me encanta. Si no hay razones para que lo haga, no. Me gustan los problemas, sabes que yo ando como quiera, no digo que no. Yo soy a mi manera, no me arrepiento. Escucha mi consejo, mi amigo. Vive una vida llena de personas que te quieran, que te respeten de veras y que lloren cuando mueras. Deja de mirar la acera y levanta la cabeza, sigue pa'lante y no temas, resolverás los problemas. Ay, mamá, si una cosa no te gusta, cámbiala. Si la situación te asusta, enfréntala. Si la vida es injusta, tú grita, deja de callar, escucha. Si la alegría te abraza, acéptala. Si la suerte no te roza, búscala. Nunca te prives de la felicidad, de tu libertad. to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. It's just I never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up your mind, honey, 'cause I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. You need a friend. You need a friend. I can't help this time. I'm in trouble. It's your eyes. I can't seem to focus. It doesn't matter 'cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park. But when you call, give you my heart. You rip it out. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not take a chance. I can't pretend to like you.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Euronics, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, GGBet, and America's Navy.
Well, folks, it goes to the full five, a best of five grand final. One map by was Inferno we won't be seeing as well. NAVI choosing they'd rather be seeing Overpass as our fifth map decider, and that's exactly where we're headed now. Before we start focusing on that map, though, I do have that MSI mystery box. I'm going to have to
Mind your back.
lift with my legs now
There it
because it is full. And before I reveal what you have won, first I want to remind you of the question, and then we'll look at the answer, putting it down nice and safe. Which three players were tied for the second most MVP medals of all time? Forest Simple Kenny, Cold Simple Kenny, or Get Right Kenny Simple? We'll have a look. It is Get Right Kenny and Simple, and the winning answer who got it right, which is... Ooh, having a look. It is none other than Martin Peel. Congratulations to Martin. You have won whatever resides within this one. He says, let's see if Simple can change anything. We'll see if he can get himself another win. And
What we got? What's in the box?
Oh my goodness, it's a full MSI gaming laptop, so that's coming your way. Congratulations, they'll be sending that over to you. I'm sure they'll be reaching out through all the necessary channels. With that done, MSI mystery box given over to Mr. Peel. We can now focus on the match at hand. So Chad, do you want to fill anyone in that just tuned in and is wondering whether they can win an MSI gaming laptop? What did they miss?
A lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
That's the case. Obviously, the best of five grand final that we have going on right now. We're taking a look at Navi with the one map advantage coming in today. Navi 1, Dust 2. It looked like they were going to close the series out. Nuke was looking good. Device wins a 1 on 2 to close things out. Then we go to Train. Then Astralis looking fantastic. A 13-2 first half. And then Navi do the exact same thing. We get into overtime. We get into double overtime. Now we're on the final map, Overpass. Now this one here is where Astralis decided to take it. They had the choice between this and Inferno. They've opted to go to this battleground
right here. Now, they've played it twice throughout Pro League thus far. Once against Spirit, we covered that game, a 16-7, and then they played it against Heroic last night to get them into this grand final, and they won that one 16-12. NAVI, they've also played a little bit of this map.
Don't look fantastic.
Yeah.
1 win out of 3.
So they beat Heroic.
Yeah, but then they lost to OG and NIP.
Ancient history. Ancient history at this point, Lauren.
How ancient?
So much Counter-Strike has been played since then, right?
Clearly not an overpass, Chad.
Okay, yes, that's true. But I guess if we look at the fact that NAVI also beat Heroic on that of Overpass, they've both been able to take down one of the top teams in the world.
And that's one of the top teams, especially on Overpass, right? Yeah, I mean, that's one of their best.
So if you look at this as well, NAVI beat them 16-6, whereas Astralis beat them 16-12. So Counter-Strike maths, Alex. I know we haven't brought it out in a while. That means NAVI win.
Yeah, by 6 rounds. By 6 rounds, statistically. I've calculated that.
Because if it comes out, then
rounds.
everyone's going to know this is scripted.
This is absolutely scripted, but it's also the final day of ESL Pro League. So I know we've spent a whole month telling you about the various storylines. Well, this is where that story will find its victor. We'll be putting a crown on one of those two teams, of course, doing so from home. It does lose a little bit of that bittersweet balance, but regardless, we are ready to crown that champion on Overpass, and we are getting closer to game time. But let's get our final points made. Astralis and NAVI both vying to be claimed as the very best of Pro League.
100%. I think we know the storyline for Astralis overall now. I think for me, Overpass is still a black box. Yes, we did see them against Heroic very recently, but prior to that, it was a little bit unknown. Whereas Navi, we know a little bit more about. But again, it's the last one, right? It always boils down to that last map that I think is going to sit somewhere very awkwardly in the middle.
I think the fact that the last two maps were super, super close means that it's very likely this map delivers as well. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, I'm glad we picked Dupree as one of our men to watch. I think on a map like Overpass, he's going to be hugely influential. I think they changed up their CT setup a little bit. Have Astralis in the recent demos that I was watching, Dupree and Old Boy Device over towards A on that CT side, Magus playing within Swing, and then you've got Esatag and Glaive over towards that B side of things. So I want to really keep my eyes on who is doing that rotation job, because I think that Glaive and Magus can both do it. We spoke about to Zonic about that overlap with the two of them and how things are working quite comfortably there. But I do believe they should be starting on the T side. I'm not certain.
Find out. We are heading in to our final map of the grand finals. ESL Pro League Online Season 12 Malta Online. It is Overpass. NAVI and Astralis ready themselves for war. Series. Electronic started at the very top now as the series continues. Simple boasting a 1.2 rating, 81 frags over 3 maps. He has not slowed down, he has not surrendered, and neither have Astralis. Esatag over 30 frags in that overtime affair on train, pulled them kicking and screaming at times. But it's a fresh start, and already Simple catching a Glock to the face. He's going to get spanked into submission if he's not careful. Gets across, gets away. He's still re-peaking. The man has got a death wish, lives to tell the tale, and they're heading long.
He lives for Electronic to actually make it around towards A as well, in good timing too, and the reaggress to boot. Now, as you noted, Long had been garnered. That control switched over towards Astralis, but they've taken themselves back through those bathrooms.
It's got Simple to try and bait him in here. Jumping for the info. Nothing showing just yet. Uh-oh. He hears the pins and he takes the head off of Magisk. That's a great shot. The smoke did leave his hands though, and Simple falling away from the site. Surprised he didn't flirt with a boost there with 2 bank, but perhaps predictable.
There's no flank. This is all going to be coming through spawn.
Wow, these Glocks do really become that touch more powerful. Up close, personal. Crossfire's being... Esatag? Easy now, he's playing the nutmeg and he gets it. Boomich goes down 2 there now. Oh, Esatag! What a way to start it in combination with Dupree. This was a shutdown and a very confident start.
Yeah, ready as those smokes faded to take those fights for Astralis, and that is a great way to kick off the final map here this evening. Vi will be coming back out on the Astralis side of things. SMG heavy, as we can see 3 MAC-10s of UMP being purchased on in. Esatag will probably be left with picking up the single rifle, AK now being bought, and the force buy from NAVI. Simple on the Scout, 3 CZ75s, and Flamey on the Deagle. There's a couple of smokes in play.
flashes. That's
flash.
perfect. Nothing early. Gives Simple that false sense of security. He plays anti-flash. He thinks, okay, maybe it's time for some info. And then bang, white screen, star eliminated. Door eliminated now. Boomich can peek and S-Attack can frag. Little gift presented by NAVI here. Seems like Astralis are off to a flying start.
Good beginning, and keep in mind this would be a reverse sweep, which is never really happens. And two of these kills could have just happened. Neither of them come through for Navi, but they had two quite opportune moments to be sneaky, try and bring those uncomfortable pistols.
Yeah.
Magisk at least to bear.
He gets two. He'd have been happy with that. He doesn't quite manage to convert into Glaive. So it's a 2-0 to keep things going, keep that ball rolling, and now it will be time for a full eco on the Navi side of things. The fact that Astralis have 3 SMGs as well, it really doesn't get better than that.
And one of the things that Navi can do on their CT sides, because of the proficiency even of Electronic and Simple, is leave one of them to solo the A side and do 4-man B leans. And Astralis in the past on their T side have shown that they like to go for the quicker B plays. So that could be one to watch for. Navi having to decide when to gamble or if that's something they want to do time and time again. But as we get underway in round number 3, it'll be the long stack coming on through. 4 players pushed on forward, and just over towards B will be the man himself, Simple, Deagle in hand. Ooh, dinked on up. Device is kept on notice, but that's going to mean that they're going to funnel in towards the B side. Simple's already been taken care of, and this one here should be quite easy for Astralis to convert right now.
Yeah, Glaive's communicated to Device that it's action coming his way, and he's absolutely cleanly collecting so much cash. This is all on your Orca, by the way. Oh, lovely. That's all 4 for Device. Yet to go down, and finding himself 2,400 kill rewards with that SMG. Throw an extra 300 on the CZ. Actually, no, wait. What is the kill reward for the CZ? Isn't it 50?
$100.
It is 100, yeah.
Yeah.
It was still weird after the CZ dominance we had so many years ago.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I suppose you could make the argument that it gets a little bit more. You could even notch it back up to the 300 like you would with the P250, but I guess they consider it to be too powerful. And speaking of powerful, it will be Simple going for that solo man A play, aggressive, poking forward, will be flashed and smoked out of play. And that 4-man B lean on the first gun round here for Navi that I was prefacing. There's no rush right now, but Astralis could still finish towards this side of the map. So playing in limbo will be Electronic, utility being deployed, not a single defuse kit in play. And Astralis just slowly combing a crossover pass here as they take control of Connector. And Bathrooms looks like it'll be the next port of call. Bomb postured over towards the B side of things. Means we're likely for a B play finish. Flamey sees nothing, and that's bad info because they are tucked in. More fake nades over towards the A side of things. Smokes, flashes galore.
Oh, Boomich, is he rotating?
He is.
So 3 on A now.
Selling him a bit of a kip up. If they see Device or Glaive, even more so, they'll be more than happy. The double stack towards Monster, though, on the B side is still going to be something to have to get past. It looks like they're falling away from this as well.
Not a
We're down
bad
to 50
smoke from Glaive. I think that was a bad smoke on the A site. And Electronic's going to catch Device lurking as well. They can get their rotation on. Glaive trying to get his way up short. Molly keeps him at bay. 3 from Monster Tunnel as well. Flamey has his incendiary. Where does he choose to deploy it? Time is on his side here. 30 seconds. They still haven't left the Monster Tunnel. That's a good one. There we go. Bit too deep. Does stop the swing at least. Forces them down the funnel. And they will start their charge. 20 seconds. Glaive already low.
This is brutally hard. Simple's already going to find Dupree, and a plan like this is very bold. Mages has to stand and deliver. He does, as Boomich Electronic trying to play this back through. That Mac 10 just tears him up.
Yeah, there's nothing Electronic can do now. He's going to give it a good go. They are low. So is he. Down to 69. He's not ready for Glaive. The molly's good. He's expecting someone close. He can do it. Forces Magisk to swing. And Electronic runs out of bullets. The P2K hunt. He's turning the corner. Might have to hold it. Doesn't have a kit. This gets awkward fast. No kit. Hoping that Magisk calls the bluff. Pushes in. P2K not clean enough. And Astralis remain undefeated. Here on the T-side start of our final map.
Wow, that one got real close there. Electronic with a decent shot in that one there, but Magus collecting 4 kills in that round, and that was his first 4. You can see here, starting with 0, big shot onto Simple, the Danger Man, up towards Heaven, and then these 2 next frags. Wow, that secured it right there. The 1v1 against Electronic was won because we knew that that kit was not in play. And a massive round for Astralis here. will just be the pistol upgrade again for NAVI. Electronic opting to go for the MP9. Deagles for Flamey and Simple. All Na'Vi need is to steal away one of these, and it's usually some of their specialty rounds that come with the lower buys. Electronic has two on the other side. Megas going to Dupree pushing through connector. Another molly. He's going. Did a flash miss there? Was one meant to come through the windows?
It's possible. Flamey doesn't have any flashes remaining. I don't know whether he started the round with one. My attention was elsewhere. With only the Deagles and the CZ75s, this one is primed to be an Astralis conversion.
I want to see if they can keep it really clean. Obviously, Simple is really good at garnering bits and pieces, but looking at the T side, they've got so much utility.
He wants
There's
to try and
smoke to
jump on
fade
that.
into. Now, this is fun.
Yeah, he can do a lot with this. If they run past him. Simple. Only a Desert Eagle and armor. There's 3 players expecting him to be clear. Element of surprise, he strikes, but it's only one. Astralis were quick to react, and now it is only Flamey. He's got 2. So, multi-kills are plenty. We're seeing 6-1 in favour of Astralis in multi-kill rounds at this point in time.
His money is huge. He's going to reinvest on 10k. Glave's at 9k as well. The bank is really quite lush for Astralis.
Alright, well, they're all back out for Simple here. This time they do have a defuse kit. Electronic has that on his utility belt. Utility also in question. Everybody having all the goodies besides Simple. No warp needed as Astralis are happy to contest with 5 AK-47s. Extinguishing the smoke gives up the sound cue that a player could have crossed towards playground. And there's no forward aggression from Na'Vi as they just simmer on down into a default hold. 2 towards A, that's Electronic in the bathroom position dealing with long. Simple over towards the divider with the AWP. There's a timer on this, has to be concerned with connector. And eventually we'll have to drop on back.
Astralis really are presenting quite the enticing application for a ESL Pro League victory here. Looking reserved, composed, ready. Flashdown monster, 2 of them to be specific, but Perfecto's speculative shots do connect, albeit lightly. They're changing their mind, they're changing their direction. I'm intrigued. I mean, they're right to make the call. There's 3 CTs rotated in to receive a monster push. It would have gone disastrously wrong. Electronic is aware of this relocation, though, and he's actually positioning himself to at least hear the sound cues. If not, take the bomb out of the equation. What a shot, what a scalp. Dear. His retreat could be caught off. I assume that's the oh dear from your lips there, Chad.
Yeah, is Simple ready for this? That's the question. Glaive trying to take space.
You can see his head. Now on the reposition, Glaive knocks it off. Electronic, though, with the double still maintaining for the Na'Vi squad. They have the numbers advantage. The flash is perfect. Buys even more time for this rotation to come in. He is burnt out of the spray, and not quite enough onto Dupree. Boomich yet to frag, not a single one. The smoke enables the plant. They have to get through Boomich, though.
9 seconds, 8. They've got to make this work now. And now the bomb goes down. It has to stay. They cannot get off this one, and Flamey's found Mages. And now the 2v2 begins. Keep in mind, Dupree HP is low.
Whoa, they can get on it. They haven't, though. Only Kit is on Flamey, and he's the one hunting. They don't know. They really don't, and he's going to have to call their bluff here. Fortunately, it is a fake. Dupree looking to clutch up with just 15 points of health. And he gets the first. Now he can relocate a smoke to play around. He knows he's low. The smoke will help. Hoping to draw the spray. Perfecto running out of time here. He does find the frag, and he has got the time. Picks up the kit off his corpse, and that's the first for Na'Vi.
Alright, well that one was down to the wire, and no AWP. Yeah, Perfecto didn't get an AWP there, so there'll be no AWP in play for the CT side of Na'Vi going into round number 7. They will just have to operate with these rifles. And that's going to be sketchy at best. Electronic with this opening kill, and then being able to convert more over towards the A side of things made sure that the pressure wasn't too much, and Perfecto with the clutch, so good stuff there from the newest Na'Vi addition. MP9 for Boomich. Famis out for Flamey. Kids in play again, but the buy is much better for Astralis. Still no AWP. I'm not feeling they need that. They're working with a boatload of cash for Essetag, Dupree, Device, Glaive, all going forward, can rebuy. Look at this aggression. Electronic again kicking the action off here. Double kill.
Man possessed, and the bomb dropped as a fake. Oh, it certainly works out for Glaive as he equalizes in kind. Electronic thought he'd started off with a crazy man advantage, but immediately Glaive grabs hold of the reins and controls this Navi horse. Here's Simple, though.
You're not expecting that.
Knocked Device off of his hooves. Bomb way back, disconnected from the pack. It is Esatag and Glaive. Opting for the boost here. Now, notice this pixel walk. Some people sitting there in matchmaking screaming at me to boost and then don't stand here. Very optimal. See how much of the ramp he can clear. You can even kill that close CT on the ramp. Does require a sound cue to dismount. Seems Glaive alright with that. No one close to report. So Heaven smokes and flashes. Is this the commitment? It'd be right to do so. It is only Perfecto there, but the bomb still has to be retrieved. This is where things get a little tough.
But they've got 2 more smokes now to play with as well, so they can kind of double down on this. They could almost make Navi believe, oh, well, that was just a fake after they found nothing on the boost. Maybe we heard that, maybe we didn't.
Oh, I can see
they come back
Universe
around.
Here. If Glaive gets spotted as attack swings. Okay, losing Glaive is the problem because now they need to pick up the bomb. It's a long road back. They'll have rotated in time. He does have a smoke. They'll have to deploy that to plant the bomb. They're closing up the gap though. They're walking in on him. They may be able to contest this plant. Takes a risk, gets the frag, doesn't have time, and Simple doesn't hesitate, picking up the double. Now with Navi finding their second, and that's in a row if I'm not mistaken, that puts us now into contention for Astralis having that money broken. It's still plentiful for now, 9k on Glaive before Reaper makes a purchase. Might have to drop one for Magisk. But starting to keep the Astralis money honest, and quite the contrary for Navi. Look at this. This is after 2 rounds wins in a row, Chad, and they're presenting MP9s and FAMASs.
Yeah, it's just how close these rounds have been. Unable to convert cleanly, Navi, so far, but this time the AWP will come out for Astralis. They're starting to whittle away that reserve of cash they had from their streak of 5. And if Navi can continue to fight with this kind of a scrappy buy, then, well, we could have overpass locked and loaded for the CIS squad. Passive over towards long this time. You can see that Electronic and Simple are tucked in quite passively towards the bathroom area, and once again there is a timer on this. Overpass is a map where you tend to hedge on the CT side. You do a stack over towards A, normally towards long or bathrooms, and then at one point a rotation will have to come in from that B site, or you'll have to drop back and turtle into the site. The option this time is the rotation on a fragless Boomich coming on over with an M4, so a good weapon for the job.
Now would be a fantastic time for Boomich to come online. He's got the best weapon of the bunch. Electronic standing his ground here. There's a chance. He's grey screened, and he was, yeah, completely visible to Dupree. And completely grey screen. Now another frag white screen for Simple. They are using their utility to perfection and using Dupree as well as that spearhead. Device catching another Boomich exposed and a safe call made with only MP9s. I mean, that's just no fun. No fun for anyone.
It's better than nothing.
Hunting, look at this. Astralis really are keen for the stomp to reverse sweep Navi.
Yeah, look, it's better than nothing to hold on to these, and maybe they can find Megas, can get themselves a rifle here, but as soon as Flamey gets that kill, that's a tag with swing.
Or not. There's 2 AKs.
Well.
Holy moly, suddenly this save gets real.
They're not bad upgrades whatsoever, and because okay. Can he get another Flamey? Look at all this damage.
Just when their economy was getting shattered, he's doing some fantastic work to break Astralis.
Perfecto needs to get over to one of these guns, though. He should. If he exits through Monster, he'll be alright, but if he goes... Don't go for the connector gun. Device is waiting.
Don't.
He's got it. Look at that. Daylight robbery right there.
5-finger discount on that one. Bloody hell.
Some good kills from Flamey here. I definitely thought the S-Attack had him every day of the week. And then the fact that he gets this 3rd kill as well. Great stuff there from Flamey to get himself up to 4 kills. But up to 6 rounds is Astralis. Simple has the AWP. There's 2 AKs out on the field. MP9 for Perfecto, Boomich down to the CZ. So this is a decent buy, but they need to get another one on the board here now. Astralis is going to start running away with this. Actually get the potential for an AWP v AWP duel as Device heading over towards long. That's also where Simple resides right now. Back behind the flower bed. Flash over towards long. Doesn't wince, doesn't move. Maintains vision. And already Astralis is setting up for one of these B plays. NAVI, in the meantime, have 4 members ready and raring to go as Electronic playing over towards that Heaven position is helping them out in these early stages.
And yes, it is a weaker buy, but having 2 rifles here and an SMG on a choke point like that, very serviceable. Boomich, even with the CZ, does get a fair bit of flack there, but damage dealt right back. Perfecto tries to abscond from the fight for a second, but Magisk is having none of it. He got the 4 from working up here before, and he might be trying to do something similar. Where's Simple in this? Still pretty far away, maybe even unsure of if now's the time to come in. Boomich finds so much room, but these shots are going anywhere but where he wants.
Oh, look.
But Simple showing him how to do it until Device denies the comeback, but now Electronic.
Exactly. They've made it enough so as not to be too much of a mouthful for Electronic, a clutch. The agenda tagging up Magisk. He's already got 3 frags. Magisk hunting for the 4th. He won't get it. The transfers are realistic. Device fights, and just with 7 points of health, the scales tip in Astralis' favor once more.
Money now for Navi. This is just going to have to be a partial investment right now. They can't buy in with that much. It would be a classic Navi maneuver if they do. But it felt like it was almost good enough, and...
God.
Oh, dear. The Tech 9. Electronic falls, and another round on the board for Astralis. And this is the thing, it just has to be that partial investment from Navi. They're about to give away 8, and that's Astralis already winning this half. Overpass is going very, very quickly, and Magisk almost plucking him out of the sky there. Navi need a miracle round. They need someone to step up individually with these pistols to get some inspiration back in the camp.
I'm sure that actually could be a pretty compelling factor. Navi, after almost bringing back and closing out on train to lose in OT, after Astralis probably feeling themselves after that half and closing out, the picture gets painted very differently when you look that way at it now. Couple stacked up on short. Dupree gonna deal with 1, spots out Boomich, gonna encourage the nade from Magisk. Doesn't quite find anyone he wanted. Perfecto gets a touch of damage. For now, looking at Electronic trying to capitalise on Glaive. Ooh, CZ's quite deadly here. Glaive commits to it, and now Simple. Again, there is damage to be done, and Dupree is a little low. If there's a clean kill from Simple, then sure, it's scary, but now all that fear and fright is quelled unless that bomb gets dropped somewhere. The chances of this going any other way than Astralis' banks on very fine margins, and this could be one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so classic though. As soon as you start making some legway into the site, you check it, and Device has.
Perfect.
That's enough to confirm that this round is theirs. So, whilst Perfecto does still live, I'm afraid the dreams of a 3rd round will very much die with him.
Now, this isn't like Train for everybody playing at home. The 13-2 first halves that we had from both of those teams, or CT halves, sorry, from both of those teams, that's Train, right? You'd expect the CT side lockout to come in, not to that regard.
Realistic,
but it's
though.
possible,
Yeah.
right? It's definitely possible. T sides can get stumped. You can play them with the rotations. You can keep their utility in the bin. You can stop them from getting the plants down and really negate the amount of gun rounds they can work with. But this is the T side of Overpass. And I guess at this point, when you've already won the half as Astralis here, we're only going into round number 11, the scoreline's 8-2. Whatever they add at this point, they're more than happy with, right? They've already done above and beyond. You're looking at 9-6 halves, 10-5 traditionally for a map like Overpass, and Astralis have exceeded that with ease. Now to bounce back, Navi need to respond, and the double orbs that were successful for them over there on Train are back out. Flamey and Simple will be wielding those. Only 1 diffuse kit on Boomich, light utility to work with here. It isn't the full kit. They need to make something work here, Navi, because the grand final is running away from them, and Astralis look like they might be getting their 3rd ESL Pro League title under their belt.
And we say it like they meant to have it. This was a lower bracket run. You don't get good finals normally at a 0-2 start. Navi picking up boys dust too feels like a lifetime ago now.
Lauren, you normally don't get the chance to run it back through the lower bracket.
100%.
We don't run a double elimination format. So Astralis with a lifeline, they've taken it, and they are almost converting it. So great stuff from Astralis.
I see Molotovs, I see Astralis, I see Smokes, I see B.
That's Flamey though. Doing well to define the first. Magisk has penetrated the site though, and that's going to stir up the pot, making Flamey a little paranoid, missing his shot. That costs him dearly. This could have been a multi-spray down for Boomich. Instead though, it's a 2 versus 3, and Magisk He's got 3 frags already. Simple finding 1 does keep us in contention. Certainly a gap in that smoke that could be exploited. Magisk doesn't want to rush this plant, catching Simple, but here comes the Persian just as he pulls out his nades. Electronic strikes. Device. Delta dud hand. A clutch required.
Oh, we might have seen the shadow there of Simple as he progressed back through that smoke.
He holds it. Brave.
Oh my god!
What a shot! He spots Simple! Device, you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't jiggle out with a Tech 9 against Simple. You would, okay? Fine. Grabs himself the AK and jumps up! Looking good with the spray. Simple descends. Looking above the smoke is Device. A 1 versus 2. And they're untouchable. Astralis find a 9th. Just pulling down the Panzer NAVI. They're on 3.8 now. Money broken. Reverse sweep likely.
He's predicted the rotation to heaven from Simple there. And the reason I say that is he stayed crouched as he moved towards the sandbag position. We're about to get a replay. Look at this.
Shot.
Staying crouched so he can't be seen from heaven. And then this adjustment, the smoke playing around it. Great stuff here from Device, finishing things off with that Tech 9. 9 on the board now. NAVI, they are in the bin.
The reactions from Glaive, he always looks like he's just received his, like, the dream Christmas gift. Whenever there's a clutch.
You were listening
yes,
throughout the year.
This is it. This is the garage I always wanted, Dad. Thank you. My Hot Wheels are going to go so well here, you know? Regardless, Electronics only got a CZ75, so unfortunately his wheel's not too hot. Neither Boomich, as he's looking to concede his 12th death here. Glaive's the one to hand it out. It's not to be.
Ooh.
8 HP. Lives to tell the tale.
What do we have left? Perfecto, Flamey, and Simple. And Astralis seem to have a firm grip around the necks of Na'Vi at the moment. Dupree ensuring that no one can push from B, get any information, find any potential ways to play. And that bomb yet to be recovered. It's still just sitting kind of somewhat in limbo and hasn't been touched just yet.
So they needed a miracle round on these low-buy pistols before. They need more than that here as the number disadvantage and Simple going down as well. So Astralis, they're looking to run away with this. This should be 10. This is not how you want the final map to go if you are just a fan of Counter-Strike. You don't want them to fizzle on out, but that's what's happening right now. Astralis are looking way too good.
Way too good. I mean, this is how you make a Na'Vi overpass CT side look irrelevant. They picked up 2 rounds so far, and they were paired together after this slew of 5 that started Astralis' T side off. But yeah, calculated, well thought out. It's just another day in the office for Astralis' 10th here.
Someone just wrote, spam this peepo. Let me find it again, I want to make sure it's right. Spam this peepo for the reverse sweepo.
It's just wild to think how Astralis' run started within the playoffs, right? They topped their group. They kicked the tournament off, they lost to Complexity.
S-Tag, sweet, he's doing great.
Yep.
Oh, Complexity, fair enough.
It was a good group run. Then they lost to Heroic, like handedly. They were absolutely destroyed by Heroic within that series. It was 2 16-7 losses, back-to-back Vertigo and Nuke. And then they've run the gauntlet of the lower bracket, right? Spirit was the first up. They took them down. Complexity, hamstrung, with Native Sapphics coming in to fill the shoes of Oboe. They get taken out of the picture. Mouse Sports in their honeymoon period with BMAS. They're looking hot. They're looking on fire. They have some flair about them with those spicy riflers. Well, they test Astralis, but Astralis walk away. And then they get that rematch against Heroic. And they beat them in 2. 2 close games, but they beat them in 2. And now against Na'Vi, they started 2-0 down after Dust 2. And they battled back with what is feeling like 3 straight maps.
This is crazy. They could be close wall right now. He knows it now. Magisk could punish. No flashbang though, and so Simple does get the luxury of repositioning after that.
Well, they're holding out for a hero as Na'Vi, and Simple can be one of those. And maybe he does have to play some of that almost unorthodox against the odds Counter-Strike to try and make this half look somewhat recoverable. 10 rounds already against you is feeling pretty harsh. But Simple, this could be the time to do it, the time to strike. Already contact made. Isolates one, quick as anything as ever. He just goes down to readjust. Where does he go now? Where does he take? Warp now. Backs away. Falls to a new angle.
Image is rotated in. Astralis are happy with this though. This is what what they hoped their presence would cause, pulling out any additional utility. Two of them are monster side, leading that way. If Esatag doesn't jump across, he's got the bomb as well, so this is all smoke and mirrors. Gap in that smoke. Perfect incendiary. They've only got 30 seconds. Flame's going to be a big part of this, because they've already lost the bomb. Device trades. Flamey's there as well, trading again. There's room for the bomb plant now. This has to be Navi's round. And Device, he's the only healthy one. If Dupree could find one, that's more than you could ask of him.
That's all you could ask, but Device goes down. It's on Dupree, 4 HP and 3 very angry CIS players coming his way. Electronic keeps control. Orb still in play, and Navi get their third on the board. This has to be everything now for Navi. All of these rounds have to come in. I don't see, if you get more than 10, I don't this is it, right? Like, I really can't see it otherwise.
Zonic has said that an 11-4 half is like the most deceptive in Counter-Strike, right? Because an 11-4, and then if you're on that team with 4, you go and you win the pistol, you convert against the force, you win the freebie eco, and you win the first gun round. Well, the game's back on, right? That's how quick it can go. And those are the pace-setting rounds of a half. So Navi, let's set 4 as the minimum. There's 2 rounds left. If they can get to 4 and they win that T-sided pistol, we can really start painting a picture. But right now, Astralis, if they get these next 2 rounds and we see ourselves at 12-3 on the T half, that is phenomenal stuff. And once again, the buy not great for Navi. 2 orbs carried across, Perfecto down to that MP9. He's just taken a huge chunk of damage there, down to 40, and it looks like they're postured for B again.
Yeah, different pace to it though. Especially considering that when Matiscus walked straight into Flamey's orb and incendiary bouncing deep towards Dupree's corner. Oh, early advantage for Navi. Quickly lost as Device pulls the trigger. Flamey found. Boomich getting his 3rd frag onto Device. The trades do continue to favour Navi in this instance. Simple, relatively alone and isolated on an island towards long. You'll see how much responsibility he's been given there. Electronic though to hold his backside. And that's a luxury they have now, given the fact they have that numbers advantage. But should have Astralis have grouped, they would be attacking a site with a favourable advantage.
So have a lot of utility here for a B execute. We can get the Heaven Smoke coming on through, we can get Molotovs towards Barrel, over towards the pit as well, even locking off towards Perfecto's position down there towards CT spawn. So they've dropped the smoke, hoping to force out a bit of a rotation, and now they're looking for a boost. So nobody at the moment towards Barrels or the Pillar. But that jump spot, that is mad from Glaive.
All right, mate. All right, Glaive. Well, at least he confirms where one is. It also reveals there's 2 of them there. Now with 20 seconds, they're going to have to just opt through Monster. The rotation's coming in. This is going to require some mad heroics from Astralis. 12 seconds. They should get the bomb down, though. Dupree babysitting. He's caught Simple, trying to knock him off the plant. It's good chance from Boomich. Not going to connect. Esatag is onto 1. Quickly, a chance presents itself for Glavely. Does pluck the head off of Boomich, but 1-1. It's Dupree versus Electronic for a potential 11th. A crucial 4th required. Fakes it out. And Dupree meets his demise. Electronic pulling that 4th, a necessary 4th, across the line.
There's the 4. There's the 4 rounds we were talking about. So 5, and then maybe we can run a fairy tale. As Electronic will save an AWP and carry that through. If they want to opt for the double orb setup, Flamey will have to go glass cannon. And on the other side of things, well, Astralis, their bank has been sitting pretty throughout this game, so there should be no dramas for them with another plant coming on down and all the damage they're doing with all these kills to get the buy. And we can see that there. AKs, they've even upgraded pistols. Look at this. These guys are working with sidearms, whereas Flamey hasn't gone for that secondary orb. Thought that the rifle and utility with armor is a little bit more important. Defuse kits on Electronic and Perfecto again. And away we go into round number 15. No orb this time for Astralis. Will just be the 5 AKs. Perfecto tucking in towards Monster yet again. He's done this several times at Astralis. Guess where they're heading? Back towards B.
The monsters of this map look more like Astralis than anything else. Perfecto is on the other side. Boomich goes walkabouts. This is a different look. They've got information and they might have some sort of map position to play with this, but Astralis hit the brakes. A second to pause for thought, and now Glaive's in trouble. Knife out. That's dead. Glaive down. Suddenly we've got to look towards the site because already Dupree succeeded against Perfecto.
He's very threatening, isn't he? He's had a great pro league, Dupree. Does seem like Esatag's arrival in the roster has bred new passion, new hunger in one of Denmark's sharpest fraggers. Good nade damage, Simple chipped away at, and to finish the job was Device, but Boomich and Simple hitting shots, and that just does two. Simple tagged, you can't frag him, tucking back in, cover is his best friend, time is his best friend, trying to rot the clock, spray is good, Boomich tagged.
No kit.
No kit, you're bang on, this is where things get awkward. And even more so now, it's an 11-4 half, folks. The fifth map, the reverse sweep, it's all looking possible. Astralis, 5...
This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights and haunted black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Used to want it bad, but I can't taste. I can't help you now, okay? Follow me around, okay? Black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Push me around, follow me around, okay? Black face. Hey, follow me around, okay? Push me around. Got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a action, now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest, I do purse, not no cess. They say darnish, why you sad? I said I just need the thing. Red tape, got too close, I hit the city, alright. Black base, show you everything you need till you forget it back. Someone said it's sad, cause I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay? Black face, hey, follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my, follow me around, okay? Black face, hey, follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my, follow me around, okay? Black face, hey, follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my, follow me around, okay? Black face, hey, follow me around, okay? Got too much up on my, follow me around, okay?
It all comes down to a single half. Astralis have taken full control of Overpass. This could very well be a quick final half of the grand finals here. It's ESL Pro League Season 12 Malta Online. A battle between just two teams, NAVI and Astralis, and I will remind you as we cycle through their players just how good of a series some of the individuals on that NAVI roster have had. Electronic, impressing. Simple as always, Boomich, Perfecto, Flamey all having their moments, but at this point in time those moments have been few and far between in our final map. Stark contrast to that of the individuals of Astralis.
Astralis pistol looks very heroic-esque with that little boost they had going up there. And they're pushing
Don't say
forward.
that too loudly, Chad.
That's why I said it.
Flamey, looking for a headshot, won't find it. Magiska's drawn blood.
Look, we said it about Train, this is a different scenario. But Navi can Step by step, but again, it has to be pistols, it has to do everything right. That's not bad. Simple's pistol rounds have been exemplary. He has led the way by large margins. Oh, but Device takes down the Danger Man. That's your big threat now removed.
Yeah, should be all good in the hood now. Bomb down, though. It's Esatag that's taking his time. He's really cautious about the potential for a late lurk. Device has the kit, had the kit. Boomich puts it on the floor as well as Device. Pushing. They actually want to push, and it's going to work out. Another potentially, yeah, Magisk is gone. That's double kill for Boomich. Only Esatag, who's been taking his sweet time. He's not really got a chance now. And he realizes it. Backing away, doesn't want to give the extra kill reward as well as preserving his Kevlar vest.
Yeah, has 100 points left in that Kevlar, so we'll be able to upgrade to head armor for a little bit cheaper if he desires. As NAVI, this is the story that we were talking about. This is where it could become possible. Now, they need to convert against the Force Bite of Astralis. If NAVI do that, take away the lion's share of the upgraded pistols and weaponry, convert against the Eco, I guess we'll call it, and then the first gun round, the game is back on. But those are 3 hurdles that NAVI have to get over here consecutively and in clean fashion to start building a bit of a bank here on that T side. Very, very early stages, but we'll kick it off against the Force Buy, and that's where we're seeing Glaive go for this patented 5-7. He's been enjoying that on the Force Buys. Deagles for Esatag and Dupree. Device with the Scout on a map like Overpass. To be very mobile, find a lot of tags, and an MP9 for Magisk.
Reverse sweeps in best of 5.
Oh my god, the jumping accuracy. He's used it to perfection. That is nuts.
That's rare. It's rare to see that working out so well, but with an SMG, using the weapon's advantage to his. That's lovely stuff from Magisk, jumping up and connecting the dots. Flamey's 16th death is one he will not forget in a hurry. Not needing a third man for the triple boost if you're jumping for the frag.
Apparently not. That is quite something, isn't it? Now, we do have the 2 players on towards this side of the map at least. We still have Dupree here, sat with the Deagle, posted up, does have the head armor to boot, and Device, obviously, on the Scout. Now, if you continue that way, there'd be the 2 tasks you have to get past. What's left for Na'Vi is a fair whack of utility, but we don't want to leave this too late in the day if you're Na'Vi, looking at those flashes, mollies, smokes, and nades. But an aggressive stance from Dupree, slowly retaking a touch of territory, maybe playing a little ahead of where they may expect. Oh, and Device, he was considering backing away for a second, it looked like. Maybe just an adjustment now, with 30 seconds information now found. Very light damage done towards Dupree, but he knows where they are, and he's going to just try and buy time, be the biggest nuisance he can be, because rotations can now come in. You already have Esatag on the way, but Boomich, bullet to the belly, takes him down, and now it's Simple on the site. Esatag playing in the smoke, clears out, unable to convert. Now, 14 seconds, bomb plant, job done.
Well, the thing is, Boomich was the one planning, and Glaive had a nade, and with how close that got, I don't know if Glaive heard the plant going on down, but if he did loft that out, it could have gotten very, very interesting. Now, the lion's share of guns has been taken away from Astralis. It will just be this 5-7 carried on through into the next round. So at most, the Astralis players will upgrade into something like a P250. Now, Na'Vi, they've taken everything away here, and that means that this one right now is a gimme. They have to convert round number 18. Astralis, unfortunately, even after this fantastic opening from Vegas, I love this. It's like he's gone to Cirque du Soleil here and he's just learned a couple of new tricks. This is great. Obviously, we see the triple boost traditionally coming in from this position, but using that jumping accuracy of the MP9 to its full advantage there. So Magisk will upgrade. He's gone into a Deagle. Everybody else down to those USPs. Again, Na'Vi rocking 2 Galils, an AK, and 2 Mac 10s. Lots of T's ahead of Electronic here. Flashed on up. Only gets the 1.
Yeah, it's a Galil lying idle, but looks like Flamey's going to be finding more than enough, as will Perfecto's wiggly Mac 10.
Ah yes, the wiggly version.
Yeah, he picked it up at the Wiggly store. Everything's just a bit wigglier.
And Simple being annoyed by a small fly around his room, he just swats it away. No parting gift, 7 to 11.
He's dead.
The double tap.
7 to 11. Double Mac 10, and it does seem like despite the lead Astralis accrued in the first half, they're opting to keep hold of those. There is 4 helmets in play. Okay.
There's one upgrade.
Yeah, I was going to question the legitimacy of a double Mac 10 when you're at a disadvantage, but...
If they wanted to go fast, you know, maybe we could make an argument right there. But you're right, when the stakes are so high here, and this is the first gun round, if you take this off of Astralis, they're going to be down to that $3,400 loss bonus. You want to obliterate them here. You want to take away every single Astralis rifle. Do not let them save if you even win the round.
That nade thrown out to try and aid Glaive. Does spot him. Catches a glimpse of the barrel and punishes another. Device 22. Dupree and Electronic about to have a bit of a mother's meeting. Long, a one-on-one. Don't know if he cut noise early enough. I feel like Dupree's cognizant.
But he's moving around a lot, isn't he?
I think, yeah. Like, he's assuming there's one toilet. He's made the call. Oh, and the tightest of lines successfully working out for S-Attack. Nade onto Simple's nose. Double, in fact, but he's looking for the AK upgrade, and he'll be given it. They're very spread out, very strung out across this map. If Electronic was to find an opener here, that could be the way in, but a couple of shots at a Molotov, not really selling that in terms of a fake. Maybe a Perfecto commitment as well. Smoke certainly will help.
Oh my god.
Bloody hell is going on here?
I think it's because they spotted Device over towards long passive with the AWP. They thought it was going to be...
Oh. Okay, is that alright?
Magis may not be ready for this. Of course he is.
Flank as well.
He is being flanked, and with an aid in his hand, he goes down. Astralis 4 rounds away from being crowned your ESL Pro League champs.
Okay, so they can buy. Simple will bring out the AWP if he would like. Weapons are being dropped across. And this was the opener right here. I actually thought Flamey had done Device in there. I thought he'd got across before he was able to really train on in on that position, but getting the better of him. And that was, well, where it started to unravel for NAVI. Purchase has come on out. AKs for everybody, AWP for Simple. This is a potent buy. Money still not fantastic for Astralis as they've only had the 1 round win. They had to reinvest in a lot of utility. Great flash early will force Device back. Oh, Flamey could be in trouble. Magisk not going to catch him here. And once again, these type of boosts, these connector plays or playing your setups over towards A, they are on a timer. Eventually you will have to drop back so you don't get overwhelmed from a lot of different angles. And it is just Electronic to do that. So Device postured forward here. Same situation. Can only stand and wait for so long as Perfecto now coming up through connector. He's about to get in a bit of trouble.
2 angles with 2. This is horrible on both sides. Should we just forget it and move on?
Yeah.
Cool. Your turn casting, Alex.
Thanks. Let's move on. Electronic, lucky to be alive, but a crucial component in the NAVI T side lives on. Device with a lot of pressure on him. It's the double D's holding A. Smoke towards the toilet's banana. It is Boomich with quite the phenomenal entry to win that duel. It pulls the incendiary out. Missed shot from Device. It's a tag, but he could be caught by the Perfecto push here. He's doing his best to back off. So much for Magis to do here, and he's actually opting for the flash retreat, repositioning around it, does delay and maybe isolate. He doesn't catch the glimpse of the tip of Boomich's head. It was right there, and now he's slipped off. This is getting sketchy. Maybe Dupree joining the fray just in the nick of time can deny that plan. It's on Simple. He has to plan. There's 4 of them.
15 seconds. This is getting horribly late in the day, but they're trying to save Simple on this plant. There you go. He's got it down our Device. Okay, shotgun to hand, question mark. Still trying to make it stick. Does die to Flamey, but NAVI putting together a couple of pieces now.
So take a look now at the money situation going on for Astralis here. Coming into this round, Glaive has 5.3. We've got 4.6 on Device. Deagle bought by Dupree, so he had 4.7 before purchasing that. It's not enough for them to go for a full buy situation. And, well, Astralis, they didn't play it by the book over there on train with those aggressive plays. But here on Overpass, with that lead that they still maintain, 12 to 8 now, they have opted to go for just a partial investment. Could even look at getting a scout rifle out. The loss bonus does allow that type of a buy, but it will just be pistols across the board, utility, Kevlar for Glaive, and aggressive this time. It's a missed smoke.
Could have become more of a problem, but all dangers found and eliminated. Magisk and Device now the only 2 still standing. Deagles to hand, no armor to supplement. And not much of a chance with Boomich controlling the area he does, and Device again trying to find maybe an opportune moment, but none being particularly given.
Yeah, so another round here on the board for Na'Vi. Only 3 rounds. The gap here is, see, this is the story I was painting. This is the one, the 11-4. Onyx said it.
Yeah, a deceptive scoreline, and you're bang on. This is what happens when you win the first gun round, then lose the second, then, of course, forced into the third. 9 on the board already for Na'Vi. This is when things can get absolutely competitive. It did seem like Astralis were about to do a bit of a speed run in our final map, and grateful from the Na'Vi's T side can hang. Whether or not they can actually continue to accrue rounds here, though, it remains to be seen. I am interested to see if they get a little bit of new look. It does seem like Device is going long side. May see some aggression towards the playground peak. He's put himself up on the box instead. Could definitely find at least one. But there is a timer on this. He has no info toilets, so at some point he is going to have to fall back into the site.
A matter of when will come into question pretty soon.
That flash might be
that
cue.
surely would make him paranoid, right? You've got to feel like, okay, well now there's a molly to follow. Yes.
He's got
Rather than
forward.
backing away, he goes for a look, and what he finds is electronic on the other side. That is a big piece of the Astralis puzzle now just thrown off the board. Dupree trying to maybe pick up the pieces.
Nipple's watching this.
What if he overdoes it? It's going to be simple on the other side. Electronic. Good to see this too. A little bit of a flash in. Dupree catches it, eats it, gobbles it up. And now Glaive and S-Attack split apart, one on each site. Simple in one direction, having a little bit of look through, but it's Boomich with the bomb.
Very
Spotted.
nice. Really like that flash peek.
Oh, smart stuff from Simple there. Throwing that AWP away means if Glaive tries to save, he cannot get that AWP.
Maybe they don't even want to save. Maybe they want to win. Boomich is pivoting back to the other side, but that's exactly where Glaive's gone to dig his heels into. Bomb sliding down the ramp. And Simple taking that bomb long. No, opting to join Boomich. Glaive with a lot to do here in a very short
so one
space
by
of
one.
time.
25 seconds. Oh, Glaive just backed away because of Perfecto's success.
Oh, that is
Wow.
crucial round. He does find the frag now, of course, aware that there's a potential push all the way up on the retake. He's got a flash out. He's not ready for this. And Boomich collects. All right, Na'Vi, the fakey boys. But they got it.
Oh dear. So once again, Astralis will have to opt for either a partial buy or an all-in. That right there, this on your screen, that's an alley-oop and a half right there.
That
You
was
love to
badass.
see it. Looks like a slam dunk type play as Na'Vi are back in this game. They are poised to take round number 11 as the partial upgrade comes in once again. It's just the pistols. It's just a bit of utility. They're not working with a lot. Glaive actually dropped across the Deagle. Will be 3,400 in the next rounds. They're working with 3 HEs. Let's see where they go.
Well, that's a spot. Yeah, it's a tag. Going to fall away from this, not able to get where he wanted potentially, even with that slightly weaker weapon. He just have Dupree there and Device still quite close by, so maybe getting overly confident could cost life, and it does. Electronic falls and Dupree, does he get away? Yes, no trade.
This might get interesting still. If Astralis steal away one of these, that's a huge round considering what this half looks like at the moment.
I love that pendulum swing on the stack almost. You kind of go quite heftily towards the fountain, and upon the pick you then lean right back in towards B.
Just retracing the steps that potentially taken by those CTs.
They're still holding on to 2 smokes. There's a minute left. So note the timing of when these smokes get dropped. Right now, 4 players on the B side of things as we can see Na'Vi heading towards A, but a classic Na'Vi timeout crumble. We're due one of them. This could be that round.
Just pistols and armor. Dupree right to be paranoid. He knows his left is vulnerable. And that was the fight he was waiting for. Perfecto relieves the pressure. An exhale collaboratively spreads amongst the Na'Vi roster. But now it is time for that plant. Boomich bringing the bomb in. Utility being dropped. S-Attack high flashes. Trying to buy time for them to push in. It is only pistols. And those pistols starting to sing the song of victory.
Time.
10 seconds. This is terrifying. Molly's being messed around with. Boomich has the bomb. He's happening to be so careful about this. Perfecto might just save the day. It's down to Device now. Round on the flank. Flamey stops it. Jesus, this is too close. 11 to 12.
We'll have to sweat off your brow. That one, if that timing on that flank was a couple of seconds earlier and the bomb gets dropped, there's no time to plant. He can tuck away. He's too far away to be chased. That could have been everything. everything here, as you can see. 10 seconds on the clock. Boomich drops the smoke, trying to give himself something to work with. Eventually, he's planning. Perfecto comes in, mopping them up as they push forward on that sound cue, and here's Flamey babysitting just as the bomb gets planted. So if Device was a second or two quicker, maybe a different round. As Astralis now, again, they'll buy on in. 4 on the trot so far here for NAVI. 7 in the second half.
What's the answer, though? What is the answer? I don't know how to look at this in any other way. We've gone so deep into playing Counter-Strike now. It feels like the normal answers don't apply, but CT aggression, how do you...
Device tried it solo right over towards bathrooms, and he was punished immediately by Electronic, so potentially something as a unit, but at this point it becomes a gamble for the CTs. So they want to keep going for like a 4-man B lane, expecting NAVI to change up that gear. Do they think it's going to be the default play of Electronic continuing to take bathrooms control? Well, if you think it's going to be the latter, you have to go aggressive towards playground. You need to lock down that side and make sure Electronic can't force you on back, because here he comes again.
He's been dastardly at doing it as well. So talented. Now they've propped Dupree up in towards underpass. Now, whether or not he can evacuate that area is yet to be seen. Perfecto going to try and leap through this. Dupree has to back away, but early information being garnered.
The nade actually opened the door for him there, so that was Dupree opening the way.
It's fast.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, flashes galore, Alex. They're already in.
Yeah, and already S-Attack's got a lot on his plate. They actually all pivot back around Monster Jail side. You can hear the steps. S-Attack, very predictable location. Electronic, not the same case for him. They don't have to rush this, but so much commitment from NAVI.
It's so deep in the site, yeah. Device just takes out Flamey, and once Dupree comes around, that could be the closer. Electronic still finds placement, but I don't know where they go with this.
I mean, if Device misses this shot, ooh, it's smoked off, and Boomich spots him, so that bomb plant will not come easy. Electronic might want to try and take this fight just to force him off the fight. It is Magis, the low HP player, closing that gap, calling the info. Dupree has them locked on short.
Great flank here from Dupree.
Yeah, his position alone. Magis surely predicted to be on that box. Electronic never giving Dupree what he wants. Reaction test from Electronic doesn't quite pass this time. Boomich in a 1v3, 20 seconds. And his Device defines Astralis' 13th. They break their silence. They break NAVI. 7 rounds so far on the T side posted by Natus Vincere. That's the second defensive round for Astralis. They are now 3 rounds away, separating them from your champions of Pro League. A lower bracket run. The upper bracket advantage, perhaps not enough for NAVI.
Yeah, it's wild. This Astralis lower bracket run to this point. Obviously, we don't get double elimination brackets in Counter-Strike, especially at the tier 1 level, often at all. I can't even remember the last one we had. So to see a team get knocked down to the lower bracket and then run the gauntlet, going through tests, each rung on the ladder, and now the final boss of NAVI, map advantage. It was a 2-0 so far to kick off the series, and now Astralis just 3 rounds away. What an effort.
But we've seen them stall. We've seen them have problems closing in the past on sides where it's very one-sided. An opportunity slipped through Dupree's fingers, and now he's in a pretty tricky spot. He does manage to make it away, but he's not scot-free. Look at Party. Look towards the other side of things. He's kind of in this. That's it. He can't really back away. He'd have to work out some real heroics. Perfecto's taking damage, but no one can bail him out. It's all on Dupree to make something happen. He plays forward. Okay,
well, very well.
Very surprising. Maybe catching a bit of timing on the utility, but you'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going 1 for 1 when your number was really known. Puts us into a 4v4 into that mid-round. 50 seconds. NAVI have not been falling foul to any clock shenanigans so far in this series. Certainly not to the same degree that they've been known for.
Magus continues forward with his push right now on long. They might actually get the early rotation of Device over towards B. Oh, and S-Attack spotted them up. It's coming now. Surely the rotation from Device.
That's right. Good spray. S-Attack holding down mouse 1. It's Electronic that comes out on top. It's a 2-on-2. 4 players left and a crucial round of play. Simple and Electronic. What more could you ask for the NAVI duo to clutch up?
I mean, both sides basically having their top fraggers out right now. Mageskin Device on the other side. Oh, that's a shot and a half. Electronic's going to be reeling after that, but simple. There's always a chance with this man, no matter the odds. No kit on the CT side, so timing is of the essence. Isolated. He missed. Simple missed the shot.
They've got time.
Wow. Not the way that round could have gone down. Simple there. You never really see him miss a shot, especially an almost sitter like that one right there, and it slips through their fingers. NAVI with the plant can buy, but rounds going missing for them. Kind of reminds me back on Train when they fumbled that round to just the pistols of Astralis. This one obviously a different context and a much more, I guess, important part of the game, especially fifth map here. Ooh, AK's back out, but this is the last-ditch attempt for NAVI.
Could be something quick, it does look that way. Simple throwing out his smoke, Flamey, Electronic, Perfecto, all about to burst out a monster. They gobble up a flash, that doesn't slow them down. Magisk, they're all playing passive on the side. They could really play an afterplan real quick here. Perfecto does go down, but so does Magisk. Glaive trying to contest, his bullets do damage. Electronics do lethal damage. Dunked on Dupree, Device continuing to frag. This is getting sketchy. It's a 3-on-2 at this point. NAVI, they threw their bodies into the B site, and now desperately going for the plant. It does seem like the Astralis members a bit separate. Does mean that the afterplan positions can be taken. Flamey, I like his spot. Electronic, dealing with the monster threat, can pivot to short at a moment's notice.
Time ticks as the CTs once again closing in. I don't see a defuse get one down by Flamey. Speaking of, gonna get contact, it's Electronic to find one. And now the other two gonna find this hard to get back in towards Device. Bails them out and Glaive's there. I don't know if they're gonna get there quick enough, but they're gonna give it a damn good try. Device is on this. That is gonna be extraordinarily close. They've done it as well. That's how they get to 15. One more round is all they need for the reverse sweep.
I thought Device's T-side was impressive. He's only gone and done it again here on the defense. Swapping out the AWP after finding one with it, gives it over to Glaive, two with it from that heaven position, then passing it off to Glaive, hitting the shot he had to on the retake, and half a second in the defuse. Astralis really are roaring with energy and smiles, and understandably so.
Look at this buy for NAVI, the last round of play. Mac-10, Deagles, Galil, Simple with the AWP, Electronic with the AK, but 4 rounds needed to take us to overtime, and Device, he's not backing down.
That's enough though. Warning shot spots Electronic on the walk up. No bomb spotted either, but he's heading to long.
Yeah, Device gonna peel away from this for now. A little bit of a spam, a little bit of back and forth. Perfecto and Boomich obviously a little less equipped than the others, but trying to find placement for this Glaive, making a nuisance of himself, spamming away. Perfecto does get the spot there on the jump, but a reaggress towards A, but together this time. Playing back through, they could definitely do some damage here. Dupree posted up, you got Device by his side, and the entirety of NAVI beginning that lean.
Yeah, and it's only to get Deagles, Mac-10s, as well as those rifles. Perfecto might be the first victim here. Doesn't want to give them anything. Dupree pushes forward, he's taken it by force. They're 4 frags away now from lifting the trophy, albeit virtually. Simple still in the server, and an upgrade for Boomich. Dupree's spurt of aggression, it might be coming again. Simple's holding the line, doesn't find anything just yet. Bomb retrieved, 30 seconds, not like this though. Put up a fight, now they will. Simple's gonna have to deploy some util, they have to make space, and they have to make it now. Flashes, anything they can, there's nothing from Astralis to hold them at bay, it will have to be bullets. Boomich, he's pushed up long and found Device. It's down to Magisk, he needs to find a multi and he has. Bomb needs to go down, it's all on Simple. 10 seconds, a 1v2, a 1v1, he has time to plant. Couldn't even find S-Attack clutching to save him, and S-Attack does it. The new addition, he's done it for Astralis. They've completely